talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I know Jerome is coming up and he's going to blow the house out, but I had to get that in.
Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building. Appreciate every single one of you guys for rocking with me as always. Welcome. It's been a few days, man. We got some breaking news here. We're going to go over it very, very soon. Real quick salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. As always, I appreciate every single one of you guys for rocking with me. Hold on real fast. Wasted. I am live right now, and I'm live on your channel too. Hit the link. It's on Twitter. Yo. Bro, you're connected already. Come on, bro. Pull up. Come on. I'm live right now. Salute. Make sure you guys wipe them feet. Pay your bar tabs. And hit that subscribe button. Doesn't matter what channel you're watching on. Mine Wasted. We just appreciate every single one of you guys for always rocking with us as we... Man, come on, man. It's love. Breaking news. The Raiders have went out and signed Chip Kelly as our offensive coordinator. Got to keep it real, man. I love this pickup. You know, this is coming off of the eve of us. I believe who do we interview the other day, you guys? We interviewed Gerard Johnson, right? The offensive coordinator for the offensive coordinator job. I believe he's the quarterback's coach with the Texans. Look, there was a rumor out there today, and I got to give my guys some credit real quick. Salute to my brother Wasted in the building, as always. I got to put this out there into the universe. Let me bring this up because somebody on Twitter put some information out there earlier. Right? I know you're not privy to what's going on right now. And
I was reading it.
Put you up on game. So salute to Ryan Holmes on Twitter earlier, okay? And this is so cool with him. He said, not a reporter, and I'm not trying to be the one that had to pass this along. It could mean something or it could mean nothing. But I'm told by a source, Pete Carroll was spotted today in SoCal with Chip Kelly. Chip most likely still has a house in the area from his time at UCLA. And this was about an hour or so before the news broke. I got to give him his flowers. Hit the nail on the head, man. What do you think about this pickup? Chip Kelly, this is a guy who went out there and won a national championship with the Ohio State Buckeyes. As a head coach, didn't have a ton of success. You know, he was 28-35 in the NFL, 26-21 with the Eagles, 2-14 with that one lowly year with the Niners. But he had a ton of success in the early years, 2013, 2014. I believe it was like 10-6 with the Eagles. They tried to build that dream team. I know you remember that very vividly. Wasted. What do you think about this pickup, man? Because once again, Ohio State won the national championship. They were ranked 13th in passing yards in 2024, 16th in points per game. The offense was a little inconsistent during the regular season, but they found a way to get into the playoffs and win the whole thing. 13th in the country with 263 yards per game passing, points per game, 16th in the country with 35.5 points per game. And they have a ton of guys that are coming into this draft, especially on the offensive side of the ball, that we could take a look at, that we talked about a lot. The Judkins of the world, the Trayvon Hendersons of the world. And I'm assuming Will Howard at this point is probably an option for us at the quarterback spot. How you feel about this move?
It's a guy that I wanted them to pick up because, he's an innovative mind. He's always been an innovative mind. I just hope that, from a personality standpoint, he didn't, regress. He always had a problem with a lot of the players and stuff, but I think him not being in control is a good thing. Him being the coordinator and having a guy like Pete Carroll to kind of reel him in is the best thing in the world for him.
And these guys have a ton of experience playing against each other, Oregon, USC, right? I mean, I think this was a very, very good move. This is definitely an upgrade from the likes of the Scott Turners, the Luke Getzys of the world. I'm excited about what we can do here with Chip Kelly, man. And once again, Pete Carroll wants to run the football. There's two guys that Ohio State has that had one of the best, duos at the collegiate level this past season. How do you think about the odds of potentially bringing in some of these guys? So, Josh Simmons, tackle, right? He's going into the draft 3'10", 6'5". This is a guy that NFL Draft Buzz has them ranked third at the tackle spot. We got Jack Sawyer, a guy that we talked about on the defensive side of the ball, one of the better edge rushers in this draft. Emeka Ibuka, I always butcher his name. Wide receiver, top 5 in this draft. 6'1", 205. Another guy that we could take a look at offensively because we could use an additional wide receiver. Then you look at the Trayvon Hendersons of the world. 5'10", can get it done in the passing game, can run the football. We talked about Quinshon Judkins a lot. 6 foot, kind of on the slower side. He's not Trayvon Henderson, but the guy is a monster. He's still probably a top 5 to top 10 running back in this year's draft. And then we got a guy that we talked about a lot, Donovan Jackson, a guy that guard, plays all across the O-line, 6'4", a guy that we could potentially look at there in the second round if he drops. But there's a ton of talent coming out. And then Will Howard, 6'4", had a big year for the national championship team out there in Ohio State. Man, how are you feeling about potentially looking at some of these guys to add to this roster in the draft? And do you think that these guys are going to lean on him a little bit in terms of this draft process on the offensive side of the ball?
Well, I mean, look, it's nothing but right when you got guys that are familiar with the players that you're trying to bring in. You know what I mean? As long as it lines up with what Spy Tech and what Pete want. At the end of the day, he's just a coordinator, right? He can give them a little insight, but you don't want Pete Carroll and John Spy Tech not leaning into what they want, from players, like kind of leaning in on their coordinators a little too much. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. Chip Kelly is not my favorite coach. He did a really, really good job in college, man. But I think he's just one of those guys, man, from a personality standpoint, that if he's just coaching football, you know what I mean? He's great. But if you're asking him to kind of like weigh in on players and things like that, I really don't know, man. I don't like a lot of the moves he made when he was in charge of the Eagles.
Oh, no, definitely. But once again, we can't always just go back to that was a long time ago, Wasted. That was over a decade ago, right?
Doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? History will always repeat itself, especially when you talk about a personality type, an archetype. Look at Josh McDaniels. That was a long time ago. He is who he is. The reason why he has not been a head coach, for any markum of time since that point, because there's an issue there.
But watch that New England offense change with him as a coordinator out there. He's always been
he's been a great coordinator. But what I'm saying is that, you got to listen to what I was saying. I don't want for him to have too much autonomy over the kind of players that he wants.
Wasted.
I want him to take the players and coach them.
I don't have to listen to shit that you say, okay? First and foremost. I don't like the energy that you brought into the show right now, man. You know what I mean? The disrespect, you know what I mean? Like, and you haven't used any big words yet.
You crap.
Real quick, let me get these supers in. Salute to Javi. Breaking news, you guys. Our Raiders have went out and signed Chip Kelly as our offensive coordinator. Salute to everybody watching on Wasted side, my side.
Yeah, we had to change it looks like I'm on my side. It doesn't say anything. It just looks like I'm up here with a peeled potato of a goddamn channel right now. So I'm actually trying to put up something so people know what the hell we're talking about over here. It looks like my avatar looks crazy right now.
I changed everything, bro. Look.
No. Get the F up out of here.
I called you a million times before the show. You weren't picking up. I said, Wasted, fell asleep.
No. You know what happened? You know what happened? Did you call me?
Yes, a million times.
F up out of here with your crap.
Hold on.
Ruined it, Graf.
Hey, Wasted, look.
Look, I'm not even looking. I
don't want to hear that. Salute to Javi. Will Howard is a Raider. Round 2. Mason Graham at 6. I'm not mad if that's how it shakes up. Mason Graham is a phenomenal get right there at 6. You add him with Wilkins and Malcolm Kuntz potentially coming back, in free agency, and Max Crosby have a phenomenal defensive line.
See, the thing that everybody is forgetting, people don't realize how many free agents the Raiders have this year, man. And a lot of them are guys up in the front, man. A lot of them are the guys, the Malcolm Kuntzes of the world, Adam Butlers of the world, the John Jenkins of the world. Mm-hmm. That's what kind of made that line what it was. The Raiders have a need at the defensive line, bro. The only 2 people that for sure coming back are Christian Wilkins and Max Crosby. So, I hear a lot of people saying, we don't need defensive linemen. Yes, the hell we do.
Yeah.
I have, and then I don't want to even mention Tyrese Stay Puff Wilson. But I'm just saying, man, we have to go out there and sign some bodies on that line, man.
Well, with Rob Leonard coming back, and we'll talk about that here in a minute as well. With the breaking news, we had to do some last-minute shuffling, you guys, and change the whole show around. But I can see Adam Butler coming back. I can see Rob Leonard going to bat for his guy. Patrick Graham's back in the building. Remember, Adam Butler took a friendly hometown discount last year. Got paid nothing. He's in for a nice pay increase this upcoming season. So I can see them bringing him back. And I think that John Jenkins may be on the way out. He's getting up there in age. He was already contemplating retirement before he came to the Raiders. So we'll see, but we'll talk about that. Salute to Mike. Over the moon. I wanted Chip last year. He is an offensive savant. I want Fields for that pistol. Talk, Mike. And we're going to talk about Fields here in a second as well. Salute to Silver Surfer. This opens up the door for multiple OSU prospects. And we went over this list just right now, Silver Surfer. There's a ton of these guys coming into the draft this year, and we didn't even go over every single one of them. There's a shit ton, but the big gets, the Will Howards of the world, the Denzel Burks, one of the better corners in this class, the Trayvon Hendersons, which I would love if we brought Trayvon Henderson. And that to me could be, and he's not a Jahmyr Gibbs by any means, but that could be one of those type of pickups for this offense. And then we talked about the Josh Simmons and, how do you say Ibuka, I believe? Right? And the Quinshawn Judkins. There's a ton of talent coming out of that Ohio State team this year, man. I'm excited to see with Chip Kelly in the building if we're going to redirect some of this draft energy and bring in some Buckeyes. Salute to Kenny Mack. Chip Kelly as an OC, not the HC, is a damn good hire. Can you see a little bit of Norv Turner light? I'm hyped as fuck. Let's go. Salute to my guy, Kenny Mack.
I just, the thing I wanted was innovation, right? Every box that I wanted checked in this offseason has been checked. I'm going to be – listen, if we go out there and go get a quarterback of the future, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with myself. I might spontaneously combust.
Facts. Salute to Raider.
God damn.
Raider championship Raider homies. I like that, man. So we got the hammer, the compete. We got championship. I like that, Deb.
Yo, boo this man. That is nasty work on the pun, man. That's terrible. Get F up out of here with that pun.
I'm only reiterating. You know what, dog?
Get F up out of here with that crap.
We definitely did not have the energy ready for this show. I'm telling you right now, I was damn near still asleep before this shit happened. So I am 360 Black. Wasted is lethargic. Get that man some coffee. Talk.
No, I'm not lethargic. I am behind the scenes trying to pull some things up here.
Salute to Patrick B. I'm not the biggest fan of Chip as a head coach, but for running an offense, he's a good mind. Didn't do so well in the league his first time around, went back to college, and now coming back. Similar story as our new head coach. I love it, man. Salute to my guy, Patrick B. Appreciate you on the $20 donation. Salute to everybody here in the building. Put some comments in the comment section, you guys. Let us know what you think about this pickup. Breaking news once again. Chip Kelly is leaving Ohio State as the offensive coordinator and joining the Las Vegas Raiders and Pete Carroll to be our offensive coordinator of the future after Bevel came in for an interview. Also, you guys, once again, we just went over, we interviewed Gerard Johnson, the QB's coach for the Texans, for our coordinator job as well. So boom, we got our guy. And once again, there was rumors all over Twitter, and I got to give my guy a little bit more credit one more time, Brian Holmes, that stated that Chip and Pete were together out there in LA earlier. So there was something there. There was something there. And this was definitely an under the radar signing that nobody knew was coming.
I mean, there were a lot of people that were asking for this, though.
No, definitely. A lot of people
that was asking for this, though. And nobody would have thought it would have happened. But you know the crazy thing, man? Pete Carroll has kind of a history of doing stuff like this. He has a history of going face to face and getting his guy. Like I was watching the Amy Trask, Susie Schuster, they have a podcast called What the Football. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about, a time when Pete Carroll went and got Ken Norton Jr. to be his linebacker coach at USC.
Yep.
This is kind of a similar kind of a thing where Pete went out there and got his guy, man. I'm loving it, man. Yeah. I am loving it, man. And you know what's great about having Pete Carroll, like kind of being the papa that sits on top of, this coaching staff, man. All of like the personality issues, you don't have any of that stuff. You just got guys that are savants that are running the offensive and the defensive side of the football. You got Patrick Graham, who is a guy that a lot of people have had as a savant. People call him the Black Picasso. Now you got Chip Kelly, who's equally as lauded on the offensive side of the football and has that connection to college, man. I mean, it's nothing but right. And the great thing that I like is that, say, for instance, they go BPA, right? Which I can see them doing.
Definitely.
You have a person who kind of reconstructed Will Howard.
Yeah.
And Will Howard is a guy we've all wanted. Will Howard's a guy that we've all said that, yo, this is a guy, like with all the Jackson Dart hype, it is cool to have that kind of fail-safe in the draft, because now you got a guy that has intimate knowledge of what kind of a player he is. You know, you can come in and kind of make that kind of connection between what he did in college to the National Football League, which is excellent, bro.
And think about this, Wasted. Before Chip Kelly got his hands on him out there in Ohio State, this kid never had over 3,000 yards passing in the year. I mean, 2023, 2,600 the year prior.
KU, right?
Yeah, 1,600 prior. A lot of KU people that I know were like, bro, I don't know why you're so high on Will Howard. Well, he put up over 4,000 this year, averaged over 9.5 a clip, had 35 touchdowns with 10 picks. I mean, the guy had a phenomenal year. You know what I mean? Completed 309 on 423 attempts. I mean, the dude went out there and balled out, and he can use his legs. You know what I mean? Which I'm excited about. And once again, the measurables are the 6'4", 235, that prototype type quarterback. So, you know, I'm excited to see what this kid can do if we do bring him in. But, you know, I mean, you never know. We may still get a guy there in the top 6. We don't know. But I think Will Howard will be available there in the second, potentially even the third. But he may have a big combine and go up draft boards. And we're going to talk about the Jackson Darts and the Jalen Milrose here in a second, Senior Bowl and stuff like that. But Chopper, we'll get to that. We'll definitely talk about that at the end of the show, brother. I definitely got some thoughts.
Get the F up out of here with that crap.
Late night and day from last year's OC hire, going from a loser like Getsy to a historically successful OC coming off of a natty. God, I wish we had Tom earlier. We just need to get him a quarterback. Facts plus tax. Salute to my guy Cap. Salute to the 3,000 people in the building rocking with us. Salute to Rodrigo and becoming a member. If you guys want to become Green Dot and get off my lawn, gang, hit the links. They're pinned up top. You guys, we definitely appreciate all you guys and your support, man. Rodrigo, appreciate you. Salute to Will. Also, being a QB in Las Vegas suddenly sounds a whole lot better. Excited to see where this thing goes and which quarterback they target for this offense. Facts. I'm definitely excited. And in a thin class, it's good to have a guy like Chip Kelly that can come in and, once again, like we talked about, work wonders with Will Howard in year one with him out of Ohio State. And I still believe we're going to go out and get a veteran. I don't know if you've seen Russell Wilson talking at the Pro Bowl. He's focused on the Steelers, in which he should, because there's a lot of rumors now about the Steelers potentially making Justin Fields their quarterback of the future. So I think he's kind of up in arms right now, like, well, Pittsburgh is my main goal right now. It's my main focus. I think that Pittsburgh's going to lean towards Fields. I do,
bro. I mean, it doesn't make any sense for them not to. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense for them not to. And yo, if I'm being honest, if you bring in an amalgamation of quarterbacks, right, a mixture, you bring in a mixture of vet on the cheap and Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson's price tag doesn't go up anymore.
Yeah,
you can bring Russell Wilson in for less than you did Gardner Minshew last year. He took that with the Steelers last year, right?
Yeah,
he's made so much money in his career. He just wants to play at this point, right? You can bring him in. You can draft a young quarterback, and you can keep Aiden O'Connell if you would like to, right? I think this is the best of both worlds when you have competent coaching, right? So bringing Russell Wilson in, he can come out there, start the season, hopefully cook. And then if you say, for instance, you do bring in a Will Howard, say, for instance, you do bring in a Jackson Dart, then you can kind of groom them guys to get to a level to where he can be a guy you could start. This is the exact metric of, and it reminds me a lot of the year when Patrick Mahomes came out. They were saying that was a weak quarterback draft.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying that was a weak quarterback draft. And not the Eagles, but the Kansas City Chiefs in their infinite wisdom went out there. They got Patrick Mahomes. They brought him in. And they sat him behind Alex Smith. This can be the almost damn near the exact same scenario for the Raiders, man. You got a guy who is an offensive savant. You got a great head coach who's a leader of men. You got great defensive guys on the staff. You have a damn near all-star staff at this point. This is phenomenal, bro.
Do you think that he implements that spread offense in Las Vegas? Kind of, that no huddle, fast pace.
It depends on the trigger man, and it depends on the personnel, and also not all through the NFL, man. Everybody has spread concepts.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's not like this is something that's earth-shattering. I mean, Bill Belichick and the Patriots kind of took the spread offense and took it to the next level the year that the Patriots won 16-1.
Yeah. Well, he also ran that at Ohio State, last season, and a whole lot of RPO and motioning, which I'm excited about. And this is a guy that, real talk, Wasted, a lot of people look at him as a guy that is a very, very innovative mind when it comes to the offensive side of the football. So
Oh,
it's gonna be excited. We just need the personnel now. We got to bring in some guys that can help make this offense look the way it needs to look. Salute to Jorge on a $2 donation. Demokes, what is his recent accomplishment? A national championship, and I hate you because I know why you did that. You trying to talk about our Notre Dame fighting Irish Demokes. I can't stand you. I hate you.
Get up out of here with your crap, Demokes.
Black Demokes.
Please, somebody unceremoniously block this man. The F is wrong with you, Demokes. Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. I love this hire more and more now. I'm kind of tuned in. We're rocking and rolling here, right? Because it's not like Chip Kelly has been away from the National Football League for a super, super long time. Like he's had a bite at the apple in the NFL and in college, which makes me really, really happy, man. Because over the last few years, he's been in a couple of different college situations and scenarios. So through the draft, right, hopefully he can identify players that'll fit into his scheme. But I what I'm hoping for, like I said earlier, is that he is not the sole kind of like the sole voice in the
end all be all the offense.
Yeah, because he's kind of a doucher. Now, I know it was a long time ago, but I'm looking at a picture of him. I mean, if you saw like douchebag in a dictionary, Chip Kelly's face would be right there. He is very, very douchey.
I could be having a brain fart here right now, but didn't we interview him for the OC spot a year or so ago?
Graphic, I think when he was at UCLA.
Yes.
When he was at UCLA. Yeah, but bruh, like, listen, this is the best case scenario. You got to have a guy like a Chip Kelly. You got to have a guy like Josh McDaniels kind of on a leash, so to speak.
That's cool. I'm just thinking the heavens, bro, that Bevel's not the guy.
My God, bro. I woke up and I saw some false report on Twitter that Darrell Bevel got hired. And I was like, bro, you don't hire a guy in this scenario that you fired 2 times.
No. Salute to Brandon. Guessing Howard at quarterback, second round, if no Sanders in the first. Hashtag tampering. Salute to my guy, Brandon, the Jersey King right there. I just put a bunch of his new jerseys up in the new man cave. Excited about getting some more additions. Salute to my guy, Brandon. And we're definitely going to be promoting his auction a lot moving forward. So you're going to see Brandon a lot. So stay tuned. I almost wasted Jacoby Myers jersey and put it up on the wall too without him knowing because I still have it out here.
You know what's funny, man? I have a Jacoby Myers jersey, a signed Jacoby Myers jersey. It's gray though, which is weird. So I'm glad that Brandon blessed me like that, man. Appreciate this guy, man. Appreciate it.
I'd love to see Jalen Milroe in a Chip Kelly offense. And Chip did great with utilizing his tight ends at UCLA with multiple kids going to the league in that offense. Bring back Mariota. No, Rube.
No. Oh, my God. Please don't bring back Mariota.
That'd be interesting, though. You know, the thing with Milroe is the decision-making, the accuracy issues. And it was on full display at the Senior Bowl, bro.
Oh, my God, bro. I mean, you know what's funny? We had a whole Senior Bowl show up, right? I made a mistake. I gotta apologize to you, man.
What's up?
I had my phone on D&D, which I don't know why it was on D&D, right?
You was on Dick and Dynamite, bro. Exactly.
Yeah, but still in all, it's still your effing fault. The F up out of here, right?
I called you. I said, wasted is doing something else and just left me high and dry out here in this YouTube.
Man, I never leave you high. That's the reason why I should have pulled up backstage like I started to. I was doing some stuff on the computer. But anyway, look, we had a whole Senior Bowl show set up.
Yes. And this just rattles the whole.
So I am so glad that you brought the show here, bro. I am so glad that you brought the show here, man, because, bro, Jalen Milroe and like I watched a lot of the practice. I went there. I went there on NFL Network and I just went through everything that I saw. I went through the game that this kid played.
Yeah.
Jalen Milroe, man, bro, I think he lost himself a shitload of money, man.
Me too.
He lost himself a shitload of money. And then this is another issue with Jalen Milroe, which is always an issue at every draft, right? He has very small hands.
Yeah.
When they measure your hands, they measure it from your thumb to your pinky. It's only his hands are like 8.7 inches. They were the smallest among the Senior Bowl invitees, man. And that's a legitimate concern, man, for a guy who is used to run the football and carry the ball out there. And, bro, his accuracy, man, was non-existent. He was throwing worm burners.
He threw the ball 3 times for 8 yards, and he took multiple sacks. Pause. Like,
yeah, but even if I don't know if you saw in practice, he was throwing worm burners, bro.
Oh yeah. No, I seen this stuff all week long. I mean, look, I watched everything. You know what I mean? I watched the game yesterday, and it was just nasty, nasty work. I mean, but this kid was probably what, the probably fifth best quarterback out there yesterday. Like real talk.
Yes,
like,
yes, no,
you got to put Jackson Dart. You got to put our guy. Notre Dame Riley Leonard. I mean, I would even put Dylan Gabriel, and he didn't look great out there. I just Jalen Milroe lost a shit ton of money, but because of the athleticism that he has, yeah, his stock may have dropped, but somebody is going to take a flyer on him because of all the athleticism that he possesses.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I think he's one of them guys, man, that they're gonna try to, like they always do with athletic guys, try to change his position. The problem with Jalen Milroe is that he is not that, like, he the size. It's going to be hard for him to go to another position, man. Like they might try to turn him into a kick returner. Or I don't know. I don't see somebody taking a flyer on him at quarterback. And bro, when you talk about this quarterback class, bro, the one thing that was hammered home to me from
no pun intended, my brother Hammer.
Oh my God, you took the words right out of my mouth, right? Is that this quarterback draft is just not that good, bro. Yeah. Like, yo, even you had a guy like Tyler Shaw, Slow. Well, I can't pronounce his name, from Louisville, right?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
He was not great, but he outplayed Jalen Milroe. He played as well as Dylan Gabriel. Yeah. And even Jackson Dart underwhelmed, man. And Shaw, he was the most consistent passer of the bunch, man. He really was, man. Even during the team drills, he was showing a lot of different, like, arm angles and things like that. And I'm gonna be real, man. He made his case to jump up the board a little bit.
Salute to Hammer. We just said that. That's what's so crazy. Kelly had a fast-paced spread offense that heavily utilizes motioning and RPOs. Just said that, aiming to spread the defense out and attack them with both the run and the pass game. Chip and Graham. Salute to my brother Hammer. You didn't have to do that, bro. You already know. And me and Hammer have a show lined up tomorrow, you guys. Stay tuned for that. Salute to Adam. Great weekend. Chip is the OC. Ugh. Luka's a Laker. Raiders. Hyped as F. We're going to talk about that too, Adam. Salute to GA. How much to trade up in the draft? Be worth it to see Wasted spontaneously combust. Well, hold on. What draft is he not spontaneously combusted yet? You've seen Wasted do 2 drafts. Tyree Wilson, Brock Bowers.
You've seen me do 3 drafts.
Oh, 3. Okay, so
at the Ahern.
Oh, but we had Devontae Adams. So we had no first or second round pick. So it was kind of smooth. It was kind of easy.
And yo, thick frame. Neil Farrell was drafted, and it was one of the great moments ever in YouTube history.
Facts. Salute, man, to GA Patriot. Hopefully, man, we have a good draft and we don't see Wasted lose his mind. Salute to James. I love that Pete is working under the radar. Facts. Because once again, it took a random, and this is no knock to my guy on Twitter, but he was just like, they were spotted in LA. And next thing you know.
Yeah, you talk about a shot in the dark, right?
Wow. You know what I mean? Salute to James. Appreciate you. Salute to Coach. Will Howard to the Raiders. Stay blessed, Raider Nation. I would love it, man. If this is the guy that they trust, that they can develop, I have no issue with going out and get a veteran guy, whether it's a Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, Darnold, one of these type of guys. You bring them in and you coach at Will Howard. I have no issue with that. But I do believe that Chip may bring in one of those more mobile, dual threat type of guys, man. I wouldn't be shocked if he said, give me Justin Fields, bro. I wouldn't. Well, would I be shocked?
Well, bro, you know the thing about Justin Fields, it might not be up to Chip Kelly to bring in Justin Fields.
He's a free agent.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, man, I think Justin Fields, being in the situation he's in, being comfortable, playing under Mike Tomlin, that situation and scenario might be bought and sold already, bro. Yeah. It might be bought and sold already, but let me cook here, right? What about bringing in Sam Darnold now? Because I didn't like the idea of bringing in a Sam Darnold when you have like a Johnny-come-lately offensive coordinator, but having a savant like Chip Kelly, that changes things a little bit. What do you think about bringing in a Darnold?
Devil would have had Sam Darnold looking like Gardner Minshew last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know, man. It just depends on how much, the price tag is. And to be real, it still looks like it's going to be north of 30 million. And I'm not paying that for Sam Darnold. I'd rather go the cheaper option, bring in a Fields or bring in Russell Wilson, a guy that Pete Carroll's close with. I'm staying away personally from Sam Darnold. I'm not going that route. I'm really not. And maybe even you go look out in the trade market and see if there's another veteran out there that may want to be, maybe on the move. This is nasty work, and I know you may not agree, but what would Aaron Rodgers look like in the Chip Kelly system?
Man, I think he would look great, and I think too much is made of how bad Aaron Rodgers supposedly was last year. I think Aaron Rodgers played a lot better than a lot of people.
No, he did, but the personality and what you expect out of Aaron Rodgers, you expect greatness, right?
Yeah.
But so that's the thing. Like, can Pete and Chip and those guys deal with, and Tom Brady in the building, deal with the personality like Aaron Rodgers?
I think if anyone could deal with a personality as mercurial as Aaron Rodgers, it'd be Pete Carroll.
We'll see. Well, I know that they're still trying to see if they want to keep him up there with the Jets. Aaron Glenn in the building.
That's grand opening, grand closing right there, bro. The owner, Woody Johnson, has gotten involved. I think that is a done deal. I think Aaron Rodgers might retire, bro, because it's going to be an abject embarrassment for him. Yeah. Where else would he possibly go?
Well, they just hired the GOAT as a QB's coach, man. Scott Turner, I believe. I think it was. I think they hired him.
Yes, the Jets did. You know what I mean? And to me, that's not a bad hire.
Oh no, the passing game coordinator.
That's not a bad hire for Aaron Glenn. I think Aaron Glenn, having the kind of personality he has, I think he's going to be fine. I think I think Robert Saleh approached the Aaron Rodgers thing from the wrong kind of perspective. Aaron Rodgers was looked at to be like the savior. He came in with all of that bravado and attitude, and I think that kind of set them off on the wrong tone. Kind of like, y'all need me, I don't need you.
Yeah. Also, I think Aaron would approach the Vegas situation a little different because he respects Pete Carroll. These last few years, he's kind of had some guys that have not done anything. Head coaches that have never won really anything at you know what I mean? Like this is a situation where he would probably come in and be like, "Hey, that's Pete Carroll, the guy that's won a national championship and almost multiple Super Bowls." So we'll see. Salute to Sweet Jazz. I really hate the pilfering of my Ohio State Buckeyes, but Chip Kelly is a solid OC. The Raiders have not had a bad coaching staff this good since Gruden 1.0. Let's hope this means more W's in September. Salute to Sweet Jazz. Appreciate you on the $10 donation. And I agree. I got to say this because some people say, is this fake? No, I'm actually happy about this signing. It could have been way worse. We could have been over here talking about Bevel as our OC right now. I like the move. I really, truly like Chip Kelly as the OC.
I definitely do.
But like you said, Wasted, best. Pete Carroll's in the building. He can keep him on the leash. This is his team. It's his team. Tom Brady in the building. This is our team. You are here to do a service, Chip. Run that offensive side of the ball. We got everything else. Just get the O right. I love it. Salute the Rube. Trey Tucker will be used to his max potential. Speed kills and the chip off. Oh, I like that, Rube. This is facts. Can't wait to see what Trey Tucker looks like in this. He also prioritizes yak guys. We got a few of those. Brock Bowers, I'm excited. He'll let the playmakers make the quarterback. Talk that talk, Rube. I love that, man. Salute to my guy, Rube. Let's go get George Halani now, Rube. We'll be all right. 3,100 plus people here in the building.
Yo, George Halani.
My guy, with Pete at head coach, now we can sit at the grown-up table. Graphic and Wasted, again, thank you for what you did with the what he said. Thank you for what the tripod do. I think you kind of butchered. Okay, one of the my fathers reword that, brother. I'm trying to tripod do Raiders. Salute to my guy Deuce Ford, man. So the Minshew, Spy Tech preached production and Howard produced. I like that.
Look, man. I love the fact that you have so many bright people in the building, bro.
Yeah.
Like you got guys that I don't want to bloviate and go crazy about.
What was that again?
Yo, why you see I'm getting reeled up here?
I love that. That's what it said. I just wanted to. What did you say?
The F up out of here with your crap.
A bloviate? A bloviate, right?
The F up out of here.
Go ahead, Wasted Cook.
Bloviate.
Oh, bloviate. Even worse.
Bloviate.
Yeah. Now go ahead, get it to your spiel, King.
But in all seriousness, I don't want to like sell too much hope, because I think a lot of the times, we get so excited because the difference between myself and Graf, we're guys that really love this team. We go back a long way with this team, right?
Yeah.
So when we start seeing things that look different than kind of the shit show that we have seen, you just like hold on to that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need for these guys to come out here and prove something.
Yeah. Agree.
Like real rap. No matter what they did, they didn't do it here. Until they do it here, it didn't happen.
Yep. I agree.
So I personally don't want to go all crazy and sick and silly, going nuts and saying, hey, Chip Kelly's gonna be the greatest offense. We don't know yet. But what I will tell you is, man, bro, having a guy that's been that successful at the college level, that's been around all of these guys that are coming out in this draft, because this is a draft, and I've noticed from the Senior Bowl, that is made on all the other positions. It's not the quarterback position, it's not the wide receivers, but every other position is freaking loaded, man.
I love the receiving core too, but you're right. Running backs, the O-line, they got some great, some edge rushers, some great defensive tackles, some sneaky corners, some safeties. You're definitely right. Hey, but guess what? I got to tell the nation, I'm preparing you guys real quick, okay? And Wasted, you're going to agree with me on this. Understand this, okay? The media always shits on the Raiders. Be ready for the Shady McCoy hate, y'all. I'm telling y'all now, Shady McCoy is going to go out here and piss on this pickup. I'm telling y'all now, he hates Chip Kelly. He hated him from his time in Philly. Shady McCoy is going to go on his podcast and he's going to shit on this pickup. I'm just putting it out there. Be prepared. Shady McCoy is going to absolutely destroy this man. And I'm cool with it. So
it's cool, but bro, it's not like Shady McCoy is like some
no.
Like all these former players, bro, they got an axe to grind. You know that. They're human beings. I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Chip Kelly was, an inseparable douchebag when he was with the Eagles. He kind of tore that team up. He destroyed it. Yep. I hope he's learned from it.
Yeah.
I hope he's learned from it. But the one thing is that I'm not worried about is him being able to relate to the young player. Yeah. Because like now in college, you don't have as much autonomy over the players on your roster anymore. Mm-hmm. Like now, with NIL, these guys can be like, yo, I don't fucking like this guy. I'm out of here.
I'm out.
Yep. I'm going into the transfer portal. So they don't have to put up with the nonsense, bro. I think that also is something that might have humbled Chip Kelly.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. So we're talking about just pure football acumen and a brain. It don't get much better than Chip Kelly, man.
Salute to Funky Raider 31. Good day, Kings. Wasn't thinking about Chip, but it was a good hire. We need to draft a quarterback and bring in a bridge QB. Please, no Darnold. Cost too much. I agree with you, my brother, and thank you for the $5 special and the dope-ass default picture. Salute to Dwayne. Chip likes athletic, mobile quarterbacks. Justin Fields seems like a real possibility now. Raider Nation for life. Former Ohio State Buckeye. Wasn't there when he was there, but I'm just saying the connection is there. Salute to Dwayne. My guy. Salute to everybody here in the building. As always, wipe them feet, y'all. Pay your bar tabs. Hit that subscribe button, you guys. If you're not subscribed, I think I'm 10 away from 27,000. Can you guys hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet? It's 27K. I would like to do a 27K celebration show. It's because of you guys we're able to do this. Salute to Ahmed Burton. If it is Will Howard, could he be quarterback one? He would have the most experience with the Chips playbook on the roster. I'll say this, regardless of Chips in the building, I think there's probably maybe two other quarterbacks that they would like over Will Howard, and that's Cam Ward and that's Shedeur Sanders.
Oh my God, would they? And what's funny, man?
And I was trolling Shedeur, you guys. People, oh my God, that was cringe. Real quick, Wasted my bad, because people kept saying that was cringe. Look, man, it was an inside joke. I told you about the conversation we had a few days prior, right? Behind the scenes about him getting traded. And he was like, you gonna trade Max? So I was trolling him a little bit on the sideline. Everybody was like, that was a cringe. And he acted like he didn't care. He was laughing because we had the conversation a few days prior. So,
bro, you know what's funny about that? What's funny about that? Yo, you know what's cringeworthy? You criticizing somebody who actually took the time, care, and went out there and got in the mix and got around these players and, drove and put their time. And that's cringeworthy. Everybody got something to say, man. Just sit back and enjoy the content, man, because there's not a lot of people that are willing to do that.
Talk. wasted with an absolute haymaker. Najee. Oh, go ahead, brother.
No, bro. Go ahead. Yeah.
Get this one real quick and talk your shit. Salute the pride and purpose. Najee, Henderson, McCormick equals a bad Sunday. Talk pride, but I don't think they're going to want to pay big money, in the offseason.
It's no too, bro. Yeah. This draft is freaking riddled and loaded with running back talent, bro. And you got so many guys that showed up and showed out for that freaking Senior Bowl. Guys that showed up for the Shrine Bowl, man. I'm telling you right now, I think you're gonna have like probably 3 possible superstars out of this draft cycle with some of these guys, man. Real.
Here's a hot take. Wait, well, not a hot take. Let me say. Let me just throw something out there. If Abdul Carter, which he's not going to be, and Shador, who's probably not going to be, they're at 6. The Raiders trade back. They pull the Pete Carroll special. They take Trayvon Henderson somewhere at the end of the first. And they pick up additional draft capital. What would you think about that?
It all depends on what they did in free agency for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, did you fill any of them gaps with the guards? Did you go out there and get a quarterback that's startable?
Yeah.
Like that's how it would be for me. So if that happens in free agency, which it sucks because free agency is after the draft. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, we'd be hot as hell during the draft. Like, oh, they got a running back. But if they had a plan to address after the draft, I'd be totally okay with that.
Salute to Cap. Let's catch up on these supers because we're so behind right now. I appreciate Pete not going with the retreads of his past. It shows that the old dog is still learning new tricks and looking to get better. He's hungry. Talk, Cap. I love that. Great assessment. Salute to Mark. Great start to the offseason. Head coach, defensive coordinator, OC. We need to address the quarterback position, attack the draft. I'm feeling the moves. And once again, Rob Leonard's back as well, Mark, right? We brought back Manning Jr. as well, our DB's coach. So we're it looks as though we're trying to bring in another wide receivers coach. We may move on from Bennett, which I think kind of sucks, but hey, it is what it is. Chip Kelly's going to run that side of things. We're already trying to get some interviews lined up. So it's going to be interesting where they go on that side. But I agree with you, Mark. We're starting to line everything up. And this is going to be great because free agency is right around the corner. The combine is right around the corner. The draft is right around the corner. They're trying to get everybody. They're trying to have all this set in stone so they can get right into their bag. And I'm here.
They're trying to compete this year, bro. That's what this shows me. They're not building towards nothing. And that's one of the main reasons why it just pisses me off when people kind of shit on the Pete Carroll situation. Because that shows me that the Raiders, Tom Brady, and the brass are like, we are winning now.
Yeah.
We're trying to win now, bro. That's all I've ever wanted, bro.
Yeah.
I want that same sense of urgency we have as fans, man.
And they said it in the presser. We're trying to win now. We ain't got no time to wait. Pete's like, I'm 73 years old, dog. We're trying to get this thing right now. And it looks like they're making the right decisions in order to do so. Salute to the my father himself. Hug Dizzle, bro. The possibilities, real coaches with real systems and real results. Get the F out of here. This ain't our same old Raiders. I'm putting more weight on the bar. Push. Hug. I'm just hoping the Chiefs lose, and this will be a phenomenal offseason. Phenomenal offseason. It's funny, Waste, I didn't even tell you that my Super Bowl credentials went through. I just got approved for it, and I'm not going.
On Twitter.
And I'm not going because of Chiefs. I'm not going.
Yeah, the Queefs are down there. Nobody wants to
go down there, man. Salute to Ryan on the 99 cent. We appreciate you, family. Real talk. Thank you so much. Salute to Larry. Glad to see my Raiders make a smart move versus my Mavs making the worst trade in sports history. We're going to talk about that here shortly once we get through this. Salute to John Chef, our dog as well. Becoming a member. We don't care what channel it is. We just appreciate you, brother, so much. Chef always coming through and blessing us. George as well. Appreciate you, King. If you guys want to become members, hit the links. They're pinned up top. It definitely helps us keep the lights on. Off topic, but yeet. There you go. My boy won the Royal Rumble last night. It was a shocker. It looked like John Cena was going to take it. It looked like it was a setup, and my guy pulled through. The Mr. Yeet Meister himself is on his way to WrestleMania to headline. I love it. Well-deserved. Let's get it.
It's crazy how he took something like Yeet, right? That was started on Twitter and in the hood.
Yeah.
To the WWE and running with it like he coined it. That joke is hilarious to me, bro.
I love it. Salute to Brandon. I think Chip would like Zach Wilson. Don't say that to Wasted, man. You're going to get his ears perked up.
I know he would love Zach Wilson. And guess what? That's the kind of move that you make to win, bro. Yeah. A lot of these young quarterbacks, that's the kind of move that Spytech would make.
Yeah.
A lot of people killed us for me saying, yo, we should go get Baker. A lot of people kill me for saying, yo, you should go take a flyer on Sam Darnold. people, places, and things. You get the right people in place, and good things will happen. You know, a kid like Zach Wilson with the Jets are a toxic situation, man. It's not a good situation for any young quarterback until, you know, I think Aaron Glenn's going to go there and get it right. A lot of people look at him as a defensive coach. He coached on both sides of the ball. He is very, very, very knowledgeable, and he has that bravado. He's already put the New York media in their place already.
Yep.
And I love that. They were talking to him about, you know, because he played under Parcells.
He's been there and done that.
He played for the Jets. He was a great player for the Jets.
Yeah.
But he said, "Yo, I am not Bill Parcells. I'm Aaron Glenn." And I love that. They kept saying, "Well, Bill used to say," but he said, "I'm not Bill Parcells. I'm Aaron Glenn."
I love it.
I love it. Yeah. Now we're a Raider podcast and we're Raider fans, right? So when you look at that, you start thinking about, yo, in this upcoming offseason, man, what is the best case scenario for you at quarterback? What's the best case scenario at your quarterback? And to me, I can't find a better option than going and developing a guy who's the number 2 pick in the draft that probably would be the number 1 pick in this fucking draft.
And he's what, 25, 26 years old, still hasn't
really. He'd be the number 1 pick in this draft, bro. Let's be for real here.
Yeah. Salute to Kenny Mack, man. Salute on the 3 million views. No talent wasted. I love it, bro.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. We have reached 3 million views.
And we just went over 27,000. So, bro, we just hit 2 milestones because of the nation. Salute to you guys so much. 3 million is nothing like to poo-poo about. That is phenomenal. Salute to Wasted.
Wait, hold on.
Million.
Wait. Would you rather have 3 billion or 3 million?
Conscious. I'm going no on either one of them. I think you can find a better option in free agency or find you something better in the draft. I like DTR out of UCLA. I know the connection, right? You know, the UCLA connection. Joe Milton. I'm just not a major fan of Joe Milton. I know he has an arm like a rocket, but the accuracy issues, bro, I don't want to do that. And I think that New England's going to hold on.
85 yards the other day with the flick of his wrist, bro.
I think New England's going to hold on to him. I do.
Yeah.
If Drake goes down, Josh McDaniels going to be like, hey, I got a serviceable backup. You know what I mean? And they still got Jacoby out there too, right? Brissett, is it a 1-year deal or a 2-year deal? I
don't know, man.
Okay, but Conscious, I'm cool off either one of those. And it's no knock to either one of those guys. I think there's better options out there. Bring back Lynn Bowden, the Kentucky GOAT, the guy that we converted to running back in the 3rd round, and it did not work out at all. Gardner
Bowden Jr.
Bro, we're about to block this man. Gardner Minshew, you are a terrible individual for bringing that back up. That was a 3rd round blunder. Nasty work. When my guy Zach Moss was right there. You could have got Zach Moss, an actual running back. But Gruden and Mayock say, let's go take Lynn Bowden, a wide receiver / quarterback, and convert him into that made all the sense in the world with Zach Moss right there available out of Utah. Disgusting work. Nasty work, Minshew.
Man, you see the gear, man. You see the gear, man. This is all a ruse. Everybody thinks it's Raider Nation, man. Let me tell you something. You saw me the other day, man. Chiefs gear on all the time, man. I did this to help out my buddy Andy Reid, man.
Putin.
Lynn Bowden. Hey, man. We're not going to stop there. Cleveland Ferrell.
Pleatherwood.
Yeah, hey, Alex Pleatherwood, man. Hey.
Damon darn it.
Wait, hold on. Damon Arnett, man. Damon Arnett. That guy has more guns than Saddam Hussein, man. Let me tell you something. Bro, I did this on purpose, man. I don't know when you guys are going to stop holding on to the dream of me coming back to the Raiders, man. Let me tell you something, man. I came here to destroy the Raiders. Knock on wood if you're with me, Graphic.
Nasty work. Salute to Wade. Just me, or do the Raiders seem to be competent for the first time in years? It seems like you're on to something here, Wade. But once again, let's kick back and allow this process to unfold. We get excited every offseason. Let me say this, though. I think this is the most knowledgeable staff. Let me say that we've had in a long time.
And this is I think the most
Wade.
This is the most validity we have in the front office in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? No one, even the media, no one in the media can really, 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 with a straight face, criticize the moves that have been made. How do you criticize the John Spy straight face?
Yeah.
Without looking like an abject just jerk, right? How could you criticize bringing in a guy as accomplished as Pete Carroll based off of the coaches that were available in this cycle, right? Mm-hmm. How do you criticize bringing in a guy who's off of a national championship and has done this on the NFL level at a high level and done it at a high level in college? So it's not like you got to wonder whether Chip Kelly's system translates to the National Football League because he's had success at the National Football League level.
You know what's funny? I'll say this. Even if Pete doesn't take this thing and return us into our championship ways that we're accustomed to back in the day, I think he's going to put out there a serviceable football team. At the bare minimum, wasted. I'm talking about
at the bare minimum
9-10 wins. You know, I mean, we get back into the string of things where we're fighting for a playoff spot. That's the bare minimum that I have Pete Carroll. The thing that I have is that I'm holding out for is the Tom Brady effect. That and the John Spy tech. Those guys combined with Pete Carroll, I think takes us over the top.
Yeah, because so now what you have is you have a situation where you had Bill Parcells in Dallas years ago.
Yep. I know where you're going.
When he turned the Cowboys around, and the thing that derailed the Cowboys from being turned around was their owner.
Yeah.
You don't have that here.
Yeah.
So now you can really see this through. You can really get the optimal result from having so many bright guys in the building, bro. Yeah. And I mean very quickly too, because we're not in salary cap hell like the Cowboys were at that point.
No, and a lot of people need to stop pointing to the last few years of Pete Carroll in Seattle. That was a hangover from all the recent success that they had, you guys. It happens all the time. We watched Bill Belichick the last year, out there in New England, the last 2 years, I believe, right? When Tom Brady left. Like, the hangover is real. Pete Carroll, they have so much success that even a 9-8 season looks terrible with Pete Carroll because they were always in it year in and year out. So, the success hangover is real. You know what I mean? But I think that Pete knows how to get this thing right. I think Chip Kelly is definitely a big piece. I'm not the biggest Patrick Graham guy. You guys know this, but I think, once again, continuity. And one thing that wasted, I love my brother called me and talked me off the ledge a little bit, was Pete will fill in the gaps with the parts where he has the deficiencies on the defensive side of the ball, picking up the middle of the football field and covering it and not leaving that open every goddamn play. Pete Carroll was there to say, hey, this is what we need to do in order to fix that. I'm excited about this. Salute to LP. Chip Kelly ruined UCLA, but as long as he's just the OC, cool. Love the work you guys do. Keep on keeping on. Draft best player available. Go Raiders. Salute to my guy. Appreciate you on the $5 special. Damon, I'm not reading that second word, but Raiders, yeet. Salute to my guy, Damon. As a Kings fan, it's nasty.
Bro, what? You know what's funny about this? Work. They haven't even figured out how that's all going to, it sounds good, man, but I don't want to get into that. It sounds good.
Salute to LV. All about them thick frames. Hire Tom Cable.
Cable guy coming back for a fourth time.
Bro, hey, let's not act like Tom Cable hasn't had some offensive lines in the past. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he has, but then he's had some issues with his offensive lines too, especially out in Seattle. He's one of them guys where he does well initially, but as it goes on, it doesn't bear the kind of fruit you would like. I want to see Chip Kelly and Pete go out there and bring in the next innovative guy.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see. I'm kind of cool because look, Tom Cable did well with us, but then it's not the same as some of the other offensive line coaches around the league where they come in with the land of misfit toys and will turn an offensive line around on his head, man.
Yeah. And Tom had some bad O-lines as well. Let's not.
Yes,
terrible one.
Yeah, bro. He is essentially Patrick Graham.
I mean, realistically, he had a few bad ones with Pete in Seattle. He couldn't get that.
The first year he was there, he did great.
Yeah,
and then they drafted guys, and he still was not able to freaking.
Yeah. Salute to Damager. Chip has never had a top 15 run game. I mean, I think last year, what were they in terms of the running? Okay, they're 13th in passing yards last year, 16th in points per game. Let me see. I'm going to look up their run offense real quick because I think that they had a pretty good run offense. Let me see. And salute real quick to everybody here in the building. They were, I think, a middle of the pack run game. Shit, they're kind of down there.
Yo, could I ask you a question, man?
Middle of the pack.
What do you think? I mean, I don't know if he's available, right? I don't think he is.
What the damager?
What do you think about the Raiders bringing back in a guy like Carmen Basillo? That was a guy, man. To me, he's one of the best offensive line coaches we've ever had here, man.
Does he lead the Giants?
You know, I mean, look, man, the Giants right now. I mean, I
don't
don't
think find a quarterback. They're probably gonna get a quarterback there in the top three. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he leaves the
He's under contract. I don't think he want to move back to Vegas after a year going out there to the Giants. I think he's going to fix that thing.
That was my guy, man. I loved Carmen Basillo, man. He did a great job, man.
Yeah, facts. Salute to GA. Aiden O'Connell MVP on deck. The new Demokes, you guys. GA Patriot with a $2 Aiden O'Connell MVP. Nasty work. Salute to Mike. Chip runs that high tempo pistol RPO. We need mobile quarterbacks. If not Fields, maybe we go Daniel Jones or Lance. Hey, man, two other names that we haven't talked about a lot. Daniel Jones was out there with Minnesota after being cut by the Giants. He'll be a free agent this offseason. I don't know. We'll see.
Trey Lance is horrendous.
He just didn't play a ton of football. You know what I mean?
Trey Lance is horrendous. I've never seen a guy that was so overhyped make more money than that guy. Yeah. That guy didn't even play his senior year in college. He played at a small school. I've never, like, all of this talent that they claim, I've never seen him connect the dots, even in college, right? So it's like it's
plays where you see it, and then you're like, then he goes reverts right back to who.
But bro, how many guys in your years watching this league, and in my years watching this league, are that way? Like, bro, that is not a guy I'm willing. It makes me laugh. Some of the people out here talk about Shedeur Sanders. It makes me laugh, bro. You got people, and I want to transition to this real quick. Jackson Dart. Now all of a sudden, Jackson Dart is QB number 2, and he's moving up, and he's so great, and we need to take him in the first round and all this other stuff. Yeah. And he did nothing in the Senior Bowl and in them practices to make me feel like I can erase everything I've seen on film from him in college.
Yeah.
You want to see Jackson Dart, see everything you need to know, go back and watch the Florida game.
Everybody's gonna say, "Well, go back and watch the Duke game." It's like we can't just judge off the.
Bro, you don't go and just light up Duke. Like, dude, you got and look. I know Jackson Dart has some injuries and stuff, and if we drafted Jackson Dart in the second round, I'd be ecstatic.
Yeah.
But drafting Jackson Dart at number 6, bro, is a grave mistake and a grave reach. And I think people are being prisoners of the moment. I really do. I people are trying to.
I think it's because a lot of people aren't Shedeur fans and they're trying to make him the QB2. I think that's more along the lines of I don't like Shedeur, so Jackson Dart is QB2. You know, and he didn't have a bad game at the Senior Bowl, but I thought he was going to stand out even more than that. It wasn't.
Bro, he fumbled. He threw a pick.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
In an all-star game.
Yeah.
Get the F up out of here with that.
And real quick, and going back to Trey Lance, I want to say this real quick, you guys. Remember this. McCarthy has been around some great quarterbacks. He started Cooper Rush over Trey Lance.
Trey Lance is horrendous.
That's all we need to say right there.
He's horrendous.
There you go.
Yo, Kyle Shanahan drafted you. You are effing terrible.
And then they used to bring him in for a play here and there, and boom, gone.
Listen, man, I have more faith in Gardner Minshew than him.
Facts. So the trip,
not Minshew.
I like that Pete Carroll isn't playing it safe. Shows that he is not set in his ways. Salute to my guy Trip, and salute to Doom on a $50 special. Pay those bartenders. Hey yo, not mad the staff so far. Ribs. So good, make you want to slap KC, the boats, and the donkeys. Real ones know about them ribs. They be so good, they want to make you want to slap the shit out your mouth. Yo, my guy on the $50 special. We appreciate you doing real talk. That means a lot to us, man. Thank you. Hug Dizzle, gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. My brother, the GOAT himself. If you guys want to become a member, hit the links. They're pinned up top. It helps us keep the lights on over here. Real talk. Salute to No Man. Free agent / draft will be interested. Free agency / the draft. Definitely. I'm excited. Salute to Avocado Gang. I like the hire. Just need some talent on offense. Salute to you on the $2 special. Salute to Sean. Use Milroe. How Saints use Hill. I mean, you can't use an early draft pick on a guy just to use him like Taysom Hill.
Yeah, man, get out of here, bro. And then, yo, he's not Taysom Hill's size neither. Taysom Hill's a big boy, man.
That's a big motherfucker.
That's a big boy, man. Jalen Milroe can't be taking hits like that. Like, people compare him to Jaden Daniels, not Jaden Daniels, but Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts, bro, was squatting like 1,000 pounds and shit. Like, Jalen Hurts was like Jalen Hurts legitimately could have been a fullback, bro. They are not the same body type at all, bro. Like, that would be a terrible effing idea.
So we don't. I'm not even here to lie to you, man. Like, who is realistically the Chiefs' OC? Is Andy Reid. You know, who is Denver's offensive coordinator? It's essentially Sean Payton. You know what I mean? Like, look, we got to see it with Chip Kelly. But I'll say this. I'm excited to see what this thing looks like. I'm not here to give him, you know, the top spot as the OC. And I know that Andy Reid and them aren't technically but he's the OC. He runs that offense. You know what I'm saying? And Sean Payton, once again, runs that O out there with Denver as well. You know, Harbaugh has his hand, his fingerprints on that offense as well with Greg Roman. But I'll tell you, he's better than Greg Roman for sure.
Greg Roman is from an era of football past.
Yeah,
he really is. He's from an era of football past. Look, you know what's funny, man? You know, there were a lot of players, man, that we were expecting to be available this year in free agency, and there's a lot of guys out there that I don't think that are going to be available, bro. I think a lot of people are going to get re-signed, you know, and people are talking about a lot of our free agents. People are talking about the fact that we're going to lose some major guys, and Trayvon Merrick is one of the guys that people think might re-sign somewhere else. There was an article talking about how Trayvon Merrick is supposedly the best safety available. Now, look, Javon Holland is also going to be available, so I don't necessarily think that that's true. But they're saying that when he hits the open market, he might be gone, bro. What do you think about that?
This comes from Jeremy Fowler. He put out his top 50 NFL free agents heading into March. He had Merrick ranked at 13th, and he went on to say that multiple personnel evaluators we've spoken to believe that Merrick's 2024 film was the best of any free agent safety. Fowler wrote, the Raiders will have a hard time keeping him. The thing is this, how are we going to have a hard time keeping him? Like, we have the second most cap space in the NFL. If you want to keep homegrown talent around, we can keep Merrick. And I think with Graham there in place, I think Merrick is going to want to stay home. You know what I mean? Like, he finally has some continuity with the defensive coordinator there. You know what I mean? A few years. Well, this will be his fourth year with Graham now after having Bradley and all those guys. So I think that Merrick would want to stay in Las Vegas, no state tax. But once again, I mean, Javon Holland's out there. You know what I mean? A guy that I'm very high on. He had a down year in Miami, but who didn't shit on that defense this year? Well, let me say Javon Holland had a down year. Let me just say that. But, I mean, we have some pretty good options on this roster as well. We can bring Palomal back. I think what is he, a restricted free agent? I think we have first, first dibs on.
First right of refusal with him. So,
we just drafted Trey Taylor, you know what I mean, out of the 7th round, which I know they're high on. So regardless of anything, it is what it is. I think this is a good safety class too, but you're going to pay Merrick. I think they're going to pay Merrick. I think Graham is going to say, hey, bring my guy back. You know, Pete Carroll, it's clear that Pete Carroll is kind of hanging his hat on some of these guys in the building, say, hey, what do you think? What do you think? He's getting their opinions on stuff. So I think Merrick's going to be back. I think that's going to be one of the first guys that Spytech brings back. But why is it going to be difficult to bring him back, regardless if he's 13, 14, 15 on your top 50? We have some of the most salary cap in the NFL. It's not
it makes absolutely no sense, bro. This is another example of the drive-by media just writing shit. It's nasty effing work, bro. Like, bro, we have the second most cap space out of anybody in the league. He's a guy we drafted, bro. Why on earth would you not bring him back?
Bro, you can bring Merrick back and still have like $80+ million left in salary cap. like this is the thing I'm saying. Like, there's nothing. If this is the guy you want to bring back and you want to continue to build on what he did this last season, it's not going to be an issue as long as Merrick doesn't want to leave, in which there's been no signs of that. You know, Merrick seems like he loves his teammates. He loves Las Vegas. When I talked to him out here in Dallas, when I met him for the first time, he was like, I love being a Raider. I don't see him wanting to leave. You know what I mean? So
I don't either, bro. Let me ask you a question. Do you see any way that you can kind of maneuver a Javon Holland and Trayvon Merrick in the same defensive backfield?
No, and there's no reason to. To be honest, if you pay Merrick, just keep Merrick. Develop the other guys. Palomar is going to get better. Trey Taylor, we still haven't seen what he is yet. You still have a guy in Chris Smith, which probably won't. I don't even know if he's going to make the roster. But, I mean, we have some other guys there. There's no reason to pay 2 safeties. There is, even though you have a defensive mind.
Why not? And this is why I disagree with you. We've had this argument before, but we got to bring this one up. Bro, if you have an elite defensive secondary with a Pete Carroll in the building, this is the man who was one of the architects of the Legion of Boom. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't see any reason why you would not go out there and bring in a guy as talented as Holland, bro, to go along with Merrick and get rid of Marcus Epps.
No, I mean, I love Javon Holland, bro. I love the versatility, right? He could play in the nickel, could play both spots at the safety. 6'1", 210. He has the measurables. Didn't have a big year last year. He had 1 forced fumble, no picks, 4 passes defensed. But, I mean, I'll say this. He did lose a little bit of value last season in terms of the money-wise. You know what I mean? Miami didn't try to extend him. So I don't know,
I don't think Holland's number will be looking the way it did the year previous to this.
He was looking at like $20 million a year.
Yeah, it's not going to be that. Like, and then if you're losing the Marcus Epps money, you got to pay somebody. Why not? And like a lot of people would say, hey, man, the LOB was drafted. The Legion of Boom was drafted. There are a hell of a lot of young guys because Pete Carroll likes those guys with the long wingspans and stuff like that. Like some big, long, rangy corners, right? Mm-hmm. We have 2 in the building.
Yeah.
Already, right? Listen, look, Cameron Richardson is going to thrive under Pete Carroll's stewardship. He is going to thrive, man. I'm telling you right now, I think the odd man out could be like a Jack Jones. Because that's not normally a Pete Carroll guy. Pete Carroll likes good tackling corners. Yeah. That's kind of been one of the big things that, I looked at. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. And I like Jack, but man, if you can bring in some more guys in the draft to kind of fill out that room, that unit could be freaking elite, bro.
I spoke to, my connect. Salute to my brother Fingers. He was with Jack the other day. Jack's excited about Pete Carroll being in the building. Even though he lost his guy, AP was like a father figure to him, but he's excited about Pete Carroll being in the building. So we'll see where this is, but I still have him as that third option pretty much behind Ja'Cory and Bennett. And do we bring Nate Hobbs back? That's going to be interesting.
That's a guy too that, I'm not on as high as others to bring. I know we drafted Nate, but the problem is Nate can't cover anybody, man.
Yeah.
He can't cover anybody, bro. And I'm just never a fan of that.
And he's always hurt because, he's just really active in the run game.
He's a will linebacker. That's pretty much what he is. He's a will linebacker. He's up at the line of scrimmage making plays, and that's great, right? But I think a lot of the things that Patrick Graham does are going to be fine-tuned by Pete Carroll. I don't think you're going to see as much of this nonsense where he doesn't have linebackers and things like that.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's going to change.
Real quick, salute to Gilbert Marino, man. He just cashed out $5. I want to say appreciate you, brother. Probably didn't have the super thing in there. So I just wanted to say salute to Gilbert, man, donating $5. Salute to S. Oh, no, Deshaun and Shady talked about how wild for a team this dude is towards the players. Shaking my head. I really hope he has changed because majority of the good talent might be clearing out. Let me say this. Look at those 2 guys you just mentioned. I think that says everything.
Wow. I mean, that's a bar. But also, they had him as their head coach.
Mm-hmm.
If Chip Kelly get out of hand, trust and believe Pete Carroll will get that ass in line.
Oh, yeah.
Quick. Yeah. He's not going to allow you to piss off his star players. This is a player's coach.
Yeah.
A player's coach. He's always been that.
Chip is coming into the building knowing who runs this shit.
That's right. That's right.
So, this is not Chip's. This is the thing, you guys. The difference between this situation, the UCLA years prior, right? Even with Ohio State, that was Brian Day's. That was his team. Chip was just the OC. I think he knows where he lies in the grand scheme of things. He's called,
like The Rock says, know your role,
Shut your mouth. There you go. Talk. That was a bar. Salute to Sack 916, my guy. Appreciate you, my hometown. First, GT. Second, Howard. Third, Deontay Lawson. 3 big needs, which I think will be big this year for both Kelly and Graham. Salute to my guy, Sack 916 in the building on a $5 donation. Salute to Sky High. Trade up to get Shador or trade back and get Howard/Dart in a vet quarterback in free agency. Either way, I'm here for it. Raiders are cooking with hot grease, baby. Salute to my guy, Sky High. We're almost caught up on the supers, you guys. Damn, I think we are. Salute to Ryan. What about bringing in Marshawn Lynch? No.
Come on, bro.
Marshawn is done. He is retired. He'll be in the Hall of Fame soon. He has a podcast. He has a ton of other stuff going on. Marshall's not gonna have anything to do with this. Now, if you're talking about like even coaching, I don't think Marshawn wants nothing to do with coaching. He's actually in movies now. He's an actor. He has a lot going on. Salute to Ryan. Salute to Pace. This dude gives me McDaniels and Kingsbury vibes. Really good OC. Terrible head coach. Football savants are who are bad with people make wonderful coordinators. Talk, Pace. Talk that shit. Appreciate you on a $10 special. Salute to Shalib, gifting 5 Raider Nation Unlimited Wasted Talent memberships. We appreciate you, my brother, so much. Salute to everybody in the building. Welcome to Green Dot. Get off my lawn gang because of Shalib and because of Richard as well, gifting 10. You guys are the best. We appreciate you guys so much for helping us, do this on a daily basis, man. Without you guys, this thing does not click at all. So salute to you guys. Salute to all of our new members. If you guys want to become members, hit the links. They're pinned up top. Definitely helps us keep the lights on over here.
Hey, Grab, I have breaking news when it comes into the world, the world of our chat. CGR has now just been made one of the mod fathers over at Raider Nation Unlimited. Shout out to CGR, man.
CGR, you are now
all your hard work, man, and support to the channel, brother.
You are a made man, CGR. My brothers from Jersey. They talk that mob shit. You are a made man, CGR, over
right,
at Mr. Talent.
Right. We listen, we have the burning saint in your hand right now.
Look at our brother Russ one more time. SpyTech talking about getting players who love to compete reminds me of Gruden grinders. Hopefully SpyTech hits in the draft. Well, if you look at his track record, he's definitely hitting the draft. The Vita Veas of the world, the Godwins, the Bucky Irvings. This guy has drafted phenomenally out there with Tampa Bay. And I know it was a collective. It wasn't just Spy, but he's had his hands in the pot with a lot of phenomenal talents out there in Tampa Bay. Hopefully SpyTech hits in the draft. I know these coaches will put our players in positions to make plays. Best coaching staff since to be determined. Rube, to be determined.
Yeah, let's see. But bro, like,
appreciate you.
You talk about SpyTech too. One of the guys that they said that John SpyTech had a huge hand in bringing in was Graham Barton.
Yes, Duke.
Graham Barton is their starting center. He's a guy who has
shown the entire line of Duke.
Look, bro. This dude, I'm hyped about SpyTech, man. I really am, bro, because this is a guy that really identifies linemen very, very well, and they don't all have to be from these huge schools. Yeah. He's gone and he's kind of scoured the FBS kind of schools, man. He's gone out and there's a guy that's out there that a lot of people are saying that made a lot of money this weekend at the Senior Bowl. Gray Zabel. Gray Zabel is a guy that reminds you of. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy that reminds you of a Cody Mark. He's a guy that reminds you of,
he had a really big senior, but I'll tell you this, even during practices,
Graham Barton and Cody Mark are two guys that SpyTech had a hand in bringing in. He reminds you of these guys, man.
Yeah, I was getting texts from everybody about this kid at the Senior Bowl. While I was covering the Shrine Bowl, a few of my guys were hitting me up saying that this kid is phenomenal. So he may be a first-round pick. You know what I mean? We shall see. But if he's there in the second round, I'm definitely taking a look at that kid.
You imagine putting that kid at guard next to Jackson Powers Johnson
with Colton
and Colton. So then it's like boom, boom, boom. You go out there, get a free agent guard, and then keep Denzel Good. Not Denzel Good. Oh my God! Shout out to Denzel Good.
Our guy DJ Glaze.
DJ Glaze, man. Shout out. I got Denzel. I was gonna reach out to Denzel too.
Get back on the show, yeah.
But yo, shout out to our guy DJ Glaze. Yo, DJ Glaze is a guy that played freaking phenomenal last year as a rookie. Nobody was expecting the level of play that we got out of DJ Glaze.
That's another guy that you can look at you could put at guard if you want to waste it as well. Remember this, you know what I mean? If you want to go get a right tackle, you could put Glaze at guard. He played some guard at Maryland. This is a guy that can play tackle both spots. So it's going to be interesting to see where DJ Glaze fits in this O-line moving forward. Salute to Shalib, my dog, and salute to Rick as well, gifting 5 apiece, my guys. I appreciate you. Rick, love you, bro. Shalib, love you, bro. Thank you guys so much on gifting those. Salute to Cut the Check. Just walked in the house, turned on YouTube, and I seen this on the thumbnail. How do you guys feel about this hire? And what will he bring to the Raiders? I love the hire. Cut the Check. I think Wasted does as well. We kind of went over his track record. I know he doesn't have the greatest history in terms of a head coach, right? I mean, the guy was 2-14 with the Niners, his lone year there. I think his first year with the Philadelphia Eagles, he was 10-6. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he hasn't had a great, but let me say this. Head coaching record-wise, in college, 81-41. A lot of that came from Oregon, right? NFL, 28-35. 3-3 in bowl games. And 0-1 in NFL playoffs. But once again, this is a guy whose track record speaks for itself. This guy's he's won a national championship. He's been a 3 Pac-12, championship, 2 Pac-12 North Division, NFC East Division in 2013 with the Philadelphia Eagles. The guy has been a 2-time Pac-10 Coach of the Year, AP College Coach of the Year, Eddie Robinson Coach of the Year, Walter Camp Coach of the Year. The guy has a track record, right?
Yeah. And he also was in the running for the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Houston Texans for their open offensive coordinator job. So it's not like, this was something that the Raiders just pulled out of the clear blue sky. This is a guy who was very, very sought after to be brought back to the National Football League.
Yeah. Salute to Rosetown. But to say it, cut the check, we love the hire. Salute to Rosetown. Appreciate you. We don't know what channel it is, brother, but we appreciate you so much on becoming a member. Salute to the 3,000 people rocking with us in the building. Wipe them feet, pay them bar tabs, hit that subscribe button, you guys, if you guys are not subscribed yet. Salute to Terry. This makes Hurd Davis wanted an OC with head coaching experience, and now we have several people to be the heir apparent to Carroll. Well, I don't want Chip Kelly to be the heir apparent at all.
Yeah, no. I support Patrick Graham before I would support Chip Kelly.
Yes, but I see a lot of people. What do you think about this? I said this on my last show. I don't think that he's the heir apparent. I think that Graham is going to try and get another job next year. I think they're going to continue to build that defense up. If he has a big year, he's going to go try and find a head coaching job. I don't think that Graham is going to say, "Oh, I'll be here for another 3-4 years until Carroll."
Most likely not. Yeah. But the guy that I do see in that role is Rob Leonard. Rob Leonard has a lot of respect, and if you could see, what they're doing with him. Now bringing him back, he's going to be the run game coordinator.
Yeah, I love it. They're adding responsibilities to his plate. And I love that. This lets you know that they're grooming him already to, at some point, take over that defensive coordinator spot. And then you never know down the line. You never know what may happen. A lot of head coaches started at this point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to grant Rob Leonard the head coaching job.
Yeah, anointing him. But what we're looking at is we're looking at the building of the resume of a credible candidate.
Yeah. But I love that they added that responsibility to his plate.
Yeah, I love it too, man. Because what they've done is they're giving him the building blocks. So when he interviews, there you go. Like, yo, listen, I did this, I did that. What I would like to see from Rob Leonard before that happens within the next few years, hopefully the Raiders have some success, is for him to get some experience on the other side of the football too.
Yeah. Yep. And look, I mean, Rod's already getting that right now. You know what I mean? So for those who have no idea, for him being the run game coordinator, planning and coordinating the run game, coaching the linebackers, ensuring the team is prepared for any situation, playing out all possible scenarios before the game. So this guy is going to help a lot on both sides, you know what I mean, getting this thing together on the defensive line, and he'll have some say in terms of the planning and coordinating with the run game. So I love it. I love it. Salute to Raider Dev. I was looking at the top 50 free agents, and Spillane wasn't on that shit. What the F? Devontae was straight up 5150 if Rodgers becomes a Raider. Hi. You know what's funny? Let Spill not be on there. Good. Let him go into the Raiders.
That means we don't want nobody taking Spill out of our building, bro. Yeah. Like I don't know why we want like this like false sense of admiration and adoration from the rest of the NFL media and the rest of the league. The only admiration and adoration I want for the Raiders is actually us winning. They can hate on us. They can say our players aren't any good as long as our record is good.
Yeah.
I really don't care. I don't need people, trumping the Raiders up and blowing smoke up our ass, because we've had that happen before. And those be the worst seasons, bro. So please I don't want no props. I want y'all to keep talking trash about the Raiders. I want that. Yep. I love wearing the black hat.
Yep.
We don't need y'all support, bro. Yo, don't try to support us now. We don't need it, bro.
Josh, I love that question, brother, but I'm still going to stick to the two top guys. I think Cam Ward, I think Shador, and also Will Howard, a guy that already played in Chip Kelly's system and won a national title, had over 4,000 yards in the air, had over 30 touchdowns as well. So, I mean, this guy he already knows the system very, very well. You know what I mean? So I got those three guys is the three guys I see that can thrive the most in this scheme.
I think Shador would thrive.
Hell yeah.
With his skill set. Shador Sanders reminds me a lot of Joe Burrow. And I know people are like, oh, get out of here. Yo.
We were saying that a lot earlier. Now everybody's starting to say that shit a lot.
We've been said that. Yeah. We've been said, bro. Look, man. Listen, wasted and graphic and wasted, been told you. We've been told you, bro. When you see the way he moves in the pocket, people say, oh, he takes too much. I'm like, bro, the guy has a pocket presence that's out of this world. And that's the difference between him and Cam Ward. Now, Cameron Ward is more physically talented than Shador Sanders. When you watch them throw at the combine, and I'm starting to hear rumbles that Cam Ward is running away with the number one pick. He's going to be the number one pick. That's just clear, right? The Titans see him as another Steve McNair. They're enamored with him, and God bless them.
No, don't put past them taking Abdul Carter there. I'm gonna tell you right now. I heard some things at the Shrine Bowl. I'm telling you right now. Do not put it past them. They will take Abdul Carter there, man. If they don't think Cam is the guy, there are talks about them potentially looking at him, and they had an extended interview with Shador as well. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah. You got to do your homework, right? You got to do your homework.
Yeah.
But look,
that's why he paid the big bucks.
Jeffrey Simmons, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, those guys. So the Perk Angle, I would crash out if I lost out on $116 million because I got traded. Everybody's trying to bring back the Lucas, so he doesn't get the super max because they moved him.
Nah,
I mean, hey, bro, hey.
You know what? He don't got the super max, but he get the regular max. That's a lot of money, bro.
I mean, he already maxed out in terms of weight. You know what I mean? Motherfucker weigh like 390 pounds.
Let me tell y'all something about Luka Doncic. Grab me. Do you want to transition a little bit? You want to keep talking ball, and you want to talk about this Luka Doncic?
You know what? Let's catch these supers real quick, and then we'll talk about it briefly. Salute to Dave. Not a big fan of Kelly. Seems like he's been everywhere. Plus, I hope to stay away from the Buckeyes. Raiders haven't drafted a good one since Tatum. Oh shit! Salute to Dave. I'm trying to think though. Trying to think, Garyon didn't work out. Damon Arnett didn't work out. I mean,
Ricky Dudley didn't work out.
Mumford hasn't been terrible. I mean, he's been. He's played for. I mean, he's a 7th round guy. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, damn, bro. So to David, I got my dictionary now. I can understand wasted. Keep cooking. Salute to my guy, David. Salute to Brandon, gifting 10 Raider Nation Unlimited Wasting Talent membership. Salute to our brother, one of the GOATs in the building. My guy, Brandon. Appreciate you, bro. As always. Salute to Sean. We're very clear. We very clearly were outcoached in every divisional game last year. I would argue today with Graham, Kelly, and PC, we have the best staff in the division. It all starts here. Salute to my guy, Sean, on the $10 special. Appreciate you, brother, as always. And I think I'm almost caught up. I've been saying this for a while. S. Dot with a $20 special that took our faces off the screen. Graf is out there on his Howard Cosell, from one of the dopest Raider garages in history to a well-respected podcaster, now Ground Zero reporter, and bringing the homies with you. Big respect and salute. Raiders! Salute to my guy, S. Dot, my brother. I appreciate you on the kind words more than even the $20 donation, brother. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much, S. Dot, for what you do for all my brothers, man. Wasted, Hammer, myself. Thank you so much, man. Salute to our brother, Esther, on the $20 special. Ron Justice, our guy. The pieces of the puzzle are coming together quickly. Finally, I like the new acquisition. Let's go, Nation. Salute to my guy. Salute to EBK. Sub Docs, do you think Ken Norton Jr. should be OC?
DC, he probably meant to say.
Oh, we already got our DC. Graham is back. EBK. Graham is back. We got Rob Leonard back as our defensive line coach. Added some more responsibilities this plate as well. I don't think there's anywhere any fit here for Ken Norton Jr. moving forward. Salute the young bull. Salute, and I'm cool with that because it didn't work the first time. Salute, and it's clear that Pete Carroll was not just doing the retreads here. He's bringing in some different names, keeping some in house. I love what he got going on right now. Heat check just tuned in. How do y'all feel about the hire? We both love it. Heat check, love it, bro. Love it. I think this is a phenomenal get for an offense that struggled last year at the worst ground game in the league. Struggled to score points. I mean, I don't know if you've seen, but I loved watching Ohio State's offense operate especially during the playoffs.
Yeah.
We had Notre Dame, our team was a defensive-minded football team, and they had their way with us.
Hey, bro, that's what happens when you spend $20 million in NIL, bro.
Yeah, this is facts.
You know what I'm saying? They were everything that you would expect a team that pretty much had the resources of a National Football League team to be, bro. Like they have become the Alabama of North.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they were, man. That's why, I'm going to be 100% real with you. Graphic knew how I felt about Ohio State and about how our chances at Notre Dame beating them. Yeah. I told Graph weeks before, I was like, yo, we play Ohio State, bro. We're not winning that game, bro. Like that team is just too damn talented.
I hate to say it because, Wasted was very logical. And I wasn't. I said, we're about to win this national championship. Me just thinking with my Notre Dame fighting Irish brain, just got myself set up for disappointment. Salute to 2-4, as always, gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. I appreciate you, brother, so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The one of my fathers.
Bro was really, really, really I don't know, man. Like, bro brought up that Ohio State thing. I was just thinking to myself, like, damn, yo, like, we've drafted the cavalcade of stars out of Ohio State. Jay Richardson, bro, and Chimney Chekwa. I mean, look, we drafted TP.
The greatest corner of all time.
We got TP.
Oh, hey.
Terrell Pryor.
We got a 90-yarder out of him against the Steelers.
That's right. TP, baby.
TP, are you with me? Oh, man. Salute to Rick. Chip is a fantastic hire. He's a brilliant offensive mind. This has turned into a great weekend, and I'm not reading that last part, Rick. Love you, brother. Thank you for the $10.
The only thing Luka going to cook in LA is bacon. Whatever. If they don't trade LeBron need to show him how to get his hefty ass in shape.
You're not going to cook nothing, but he's going to eat everything. Salute to Rick. Salute to Edge. Chip recruit. Yo, salute the Edge. Salute the Edge, bro. Yo.
You fucking stupid.
Oh, shit. I don't know.
Oh, you can eat.
Is it true? Chip recruited Dart in 2020? Not sure that's enough. I got to look into that. If that's true, that's a haymaker right there from Edge.
Wait. Chip? Jackson Dart got recruited to UCLA. Not UCLA, USC. Was Chip there back? Chip was never at. Was Chip at USC? Because Chip was at. I know Dart was at USC, and I think Dart after that was at Oklahoma, and then he got to Ole Miss. I mean, maybe of course he recruited him. I mean, he was like one of the highest rated quarterbacks.
Kelly did not recruit Jackson Dart, but Kelly is a former NFL head coach. Blah 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 blah.
Was Chip at USC? I don't remember him being at USC, bro. I remember him being at UCLA. I don't remember being at USC.
Okay, so no, let's say this. He's right in a sense because UCLA was one of the teams that were in on him, and Dart was impressed by Chip Kelly. So there you go. According to ESPN, UCLA was one of the schools in on potentially bringing in Jackson Dart, but he chose USC over UCLA. But he did say he was impressed by Chip Kelly in his recruiting. So there you go. So Edge he had it.
Yeah, I mean, of course, bro. If you're a college coach during that time and you have a prospect like Jackson Dart, everybody's trying to get those guys.
Yeah, fact.
You know what I mean? But bro, you can't make that connection because, bro, they're scouring the whole nation for players, bro. They're just trying to you know what? When you're a college coach, you have people that you're their number one choice, and then you have those big fish, right? Jackson Dart was a big fish. Right, Caleb Williams, big fish. You got to do it's like those guys who go into a nightclub and kick it to every girl, no matter how bad she is. Because if you kick it to 30 women and you get one, then you're successful, right? I mean, bro.
Bang Zoom. Bombs over Baghdad. So Billy, I know Asa loves this. Dart threw 3 picks in a row in that Florida game.
Yeah, he did. He threw some costly ones too. Now Jackson Dart was injured too a lot of the season and stuff, and he's been a terrific leader. There's a lot of things about Jackson Dart I like. He's a tough bastard too. Yeah. That's the difference when they compare him to DC. DC is soft. Jackson Dart is a tough son of a bitch, man. I like
finesse to his game too. I like watching him go out there, the way he maneuvers it. I like Jackson Dart. I'm just not that. I
don't like him at number 6. That's the only thing. If we take him in the second round, or we move back into the first, like kind of how like what the Ravens did with Lamar Jackson, I am ecstatic about taking him. Yeah. Just not at 6.
Salute the rule. People saying Chip ruined UCLA should stop watching football. Chip made that program better and better each year. DTR. Zach Charbonnet, he's looking good up there with Seattle. Ray Dolchik, he developed talent that wasn't recruiting 5 stars. Talk that shit, Rube. Talk! Salute to my guy on a $20 special. Rube, one of the GOATs over here with a haymaker. Salute to Noman. GTS 6, if not who. Look, you don't need to. I think, honestly, with Chip Kelly in the building, Trayvon Henderson is probably, or Quinshawn Judkins is going to be one of those guys that you can bring in. I'm still a Hampton guy.
Yes, no, Trayvon Henderson, bro. All around speed, terrific blocking back.
Yeah,
that is the guy. If you're gonna take a running back in the first round, that's the guy.
Him and Sincere would be a nice duo.
Yeah, I mean, look for us. But the thing is, you cannot take a running back at 6, bro. This is not 1994, bro. You can't do it. You cannot do it. I'm gonna say this again. You can't, unless that is the cherry on top of your offense. If you've already located the quarterback, you got a terrific line, you got a wide receiver number 1 in the building, then you take tight ends and running backs and stuff like that. Now, I know everybody's like, well, look at what we did with Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers, bro, is the best tight end prospect damn near ever. Damn near ever, bro.
Yeah.
With Genty is a beneficiary of a lot of good fortune.
Phenomenal O-line
situation, a dominant O-line. He's got 3 guys on that line that are going to get drafted, which is not normal for Boise State. Bro, I'm trying to tell you right now, I don't think that Genty, with his size and speed and the measurables, is going to translate on the level that you guys think, bro.
I disagree. I think that Genty's going to be a great running back at the NFL level, but I think that
good. I don't think, like, people are comparing this kid to Barry Sanders.
Yeah, I'm not.
What the F is wrong with you guys, bro? He is not that. He is not that. I don't want to hear this crap from y'all.
The Hendersons of the world, the Judkins, the Marion Hampton, who's my favorite guy in this draft, the Caleb Johnsons out of Iowa. This dude's a baller. Like, there's so many. RJ Harvey. Once again, Ollie Gordon looked good out there. You know what I mean? In spurts.
My God. You know what I mean?
My God. There's a ton of running backs in this draft. I don't think you need to go get one at 6. I'd rather go defense if you can't get a quarterback there. Just build up what's already your best group, and that's the defensive side of the football. You know what I mean? Go get Mason Graham, go get a Will Johnson. I'm cool with that if Shador or one of those guys don't fall to 6, or trade back, pick up some more draft capital.
Because Graf, the main thing that the Raiders are missing is an identity, bro.
Yeah.
We haven't had an identity for so long. For you to lean into that defense and just make this, listen, Ravens West.
You know what? We had an identity for about 8 games a year or so ago when Josh McDaniels was fired. And then it went right back to just square one. But I agree with you, brother. We need that. Salute to CTMZ on becoming a member as well. Appreciate you, brother, so much. If you guys want to become a member, hit the link. It's pinned up top. Salute to Cut the Check. No, we read it. We read it, brother. We read your $10 donation. Missed my $10 holla, but it's all good. Just wanted to know what you guys thought about the hire. We read it and we gave you our take, bro. Cut the check. Run it back. I promise you, bro. We made sure to read your super. Salute to S. Dot. Oh, he said, my bad. Disregard the last super. Thank you. My bad. We're behind it. The chat is flying, y'all. We got 3,000 people in the building, so it's kind of tough. Hey, Graf, did you guys say anything about Ariante Ursary at the Senior Bowl? I watched him. on limited Senior Bowl film. Let me say this. I heard great things about him. And that's Dalton. He said, you're one of the first people over here that was mentioning this kid's name for sure.
Yeah,
I've heard nothing but good stuff about that kid. And he's going to make some team probably really, really happy at the next level on that O-line. So as salute to S-Dot, he's definitely one of the first guys that was really, really high on him. But I heard some good things. I haven't watched any film. I haven't watched any tape on him from that week. But hey, I've heard some good things. Salute to you, man. Salute to Cut the Check. All good, brother. And I think we're almost caught up. Salute to Rick on the $10 special as well. Damian Martinez, running back out of Miami. Joshua Gray. That is my guy, Rick. I chopped it up with Josh Gray for a while at the Shrine Bowl. That is a good kid. For those who don't know who he is, he was predominantly a tackle. Where was he at? Oregon State. And he's preparing himself to be a guard at the next level because he's undersized, 6'4". But the kid is a phenomenal talent. You know what I mean? He can play across the whole line. He would, if you even need him to play some reps at center, he can give it to you. But that is my guy, one of my sleepers in this year's draft. And then Damian Martinez is another guy to Miami that's going to start gaining a little bit more traction as the draft gets closer. Former Oregon State Beavers, both are legit. Martinez still holds the old Pac-12 in rushing yards in a season. And I think he had over 1,000 yards rushing this past year. And I forgot how many. He had like 17 touchdowns or some crazy shit last year. Let me look this up. I could have swore. And he averaged over 6 a clip as well.
Bro, I tell you what, man, there was some guys that I saw at that Senior Bowl, man.
I'm lying. He had this year, he had my bad, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off. Over 1,000 yards rushing, and he had 10 touchdowns. So I'm lying. But he averaged over 6.3 a clip. So there you go. Go ahead, brother.
Bro, let me tell you something, man. There's some guys that I saw that jumped off. That kid from Marshall, Green.
Oh, Mike Green.
Bro, that guy is freaking. That guy is frightening, bro.
He's starting to climb up draft boards now. And
yeah, he's gonna be a top 10 pick, bro.
Didn't he like 17 sacks this past year at Marshall?
I don't necessarily know how many sacks he had, bro. But what I know is watching. I have watched some highlights, and I know highlights don't tell the whole story of him. Because when I saw him, blow that kid up in the drills, I said, "Who the hell is this kid?" Because I didn't watch him this year. I didn't watch any Marshall
17
game.
Sacks, bro. 17 and 3 forced fumbles.
Bro, that dude is freaking explosive.
I would not be shocked if he's a top 10 pick, Wasted.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either. And like, let me ask you, Abdul Carter's gone, the two quarterbacks are going. How would that make you feel if they were to take him? Because like I said before, this defensive line, bro, you only have 3 people that are definitely coming back. Yeah. You got Tyree Wilson, you got Max, and you got Wilkins that are impact guys that you're looking for. The defensive line are losing people, bro. Yeah. So if you lose Kuntz in early free agency and somebody overpays Malcolm Kuntz and Adam Butler, go ahead, bro.
No, which can happen. I'm just saying I agree with you.
Yeah, which can happen. Like so how do you, because you need that defensive line to perform for the rest of this defense. Everything starts up front. Yeah. I'd have no problem with bringing in a guy that explosive, man. That'd
be a sneaky pickup right
Mason Graham, guys like that. They have other talented guys in the Senior Bowl like Shamar Stewart.
Oh man, baller.
And there was a nice defensive tackle, Joshua Farmer too.
It's about out of Florida State.
Yeah.
See, that was a guy I took a lot in the later rounds in the mock draft. I think he could be a dog out of Florida State. But
there's a corner out of Florida State that is phenomenal too, man.
He'll be a first round pick.
Yeah.
A lot of people have him going to Alexander. A lot of people have him going to Kansas City. What's the kid's name, bro? Out of Arkansas, the guy that I said like Villanueva or Villanueva.
Oh my God, bro.
I'm over here having a brain fart. Look at it real quick. Salute to David, gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. My guy, appreciate you. He had a big day at the Senior Bowl as well. Salute to all the new Green Dot gang in the building because of David. Salute to CTMZ as well. Go blessed and go Raiders. Salute to my guy, CTMZ, on a $20 special as well.
Name, bro, he got alopecia or something. He looked like Charlie Villanueva, bro. What the hell is this boy name, man?
Nice, bro. He's nice. Salute to CTMZ as well, man. Gifting 5 OLV, my guy, man. I appreciate you.
He was at the Shrine Bowl, though, man.
No, he was at the Senior Bowl.
He was at the Senior. You sure? Okay.
Yeah, he was at the Senior Bowl. I'm having a brain fart, bro. We've talked about him a million times, bro.
Landon Jackson?
Yeah, Landon Jackson. There you go.
Landon Jackson, yeah, he was at the Senior Bowl. Do you see? Messed me up, bro.
Oh, I messed you up. You over there having an old man moment and shit. You blame that shit on me.
Bro, yo, you know what's fun? Guys, I don't want to veer off the show, right? Guys, y'all know that Graphic is an old man, too. He is old, too. That beard is getting a lot grayer since I've met you. It is turning Raider colors.
People don't realize I dye it Raider colors for a reason, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
no.
My cards are black, silver and black. My room is silver. My dog is silver and black.
Listen, man, you are getting very Peter Vesey-esque.
Stop the cap, bro.
Pete Vesey himself.
Look at Silver Surfer. Vic Tafer had just said signs all point to Bevel. They just be talking. Let me say this. I mean, I think most people thought the connection was there, right? I know that it looks bad on their part because they're just following up off the miscue with Ben Johnson. So it kind of like, it's like, wow. I have to say this, Silver. This new regime is keeping everything tight-knit. Everything tight.
You know where that comes from?
Here, huh?
That comes from Tom Brady, the Patriot shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Once again, there was a random guy on Twitter that said that Pete Carroll was with Chip Kelly in LA. Nobody else even had any information on it.
He probably working at Chipotle or some shit like that.
I know, right? So like,
right, some dude was sort of getting a burrito together,
having some chips with Kelly and shit. But like, this is the way they're moving now.
I see what you did there. Some chips with Kelly. I see what you did there. I love it.
Salute to Silver Surfer, my guy. Salute to Sack 916. Been watching you guys for a while. But may I say, Graf and Wasted, the loyalty you guys bestow upon each other and to show more is admirable. I appreciate you. So that means a lot, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, one thing I do love is my brothers, man, and this shit. So I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Sack. Salute to Raiders, Fool Chris. Hopefully we can get one of these Ohio State running backs. Definitely.
Yeah, I want Henderson, bro. Jukins, I'm not real big on Jukins, but Henderson, that kid is for not to me. Him and Omarion Hampton could be the two best running backs in this draft.
I agree. And you could put Caleb Johnson in the mix too, potentially. I like what Daniel Cap said. Chris Paul Jr., the linebacker at Ole Miss, he's a good kid, and I talked to him at the Shrine Bowl as well. That's another guy to keep an eye on, Daniel Caps, in the middle rounds. He's a sneaky kind of pickup. Israel says, what's your thoughts on Malachi Starks? That is another guy that we could take a look at, the Georgia safety, I believe, right? Potentially those mid to later rounds. That's a sneaky name right there as well. Salute to Ty. Wasn't we just talking about bringing Chip in before? Anyways, what's the next move? We got general manager, head coach, DC, OC. What's next? And are you doing WWE tonight? There's no WWE tonight, Ty. The Royal Rumble was yesterday.
We just filling in. We filling in position coaches, man. At this point, we're filling in people who have familiarity, but they brought back a lot of people. And the thing is, this is not like a carcass of an organization, bro. Like, look, when Pete Carroll said that he views this the same way as he viewed the UCLA job when he first took over UCLA, you already had a Carson Palmer there. He didn't recruit Carson Palmer. He helped Carson Palmer turn it around, turned him into a number one pick. You know, because Carson Palmer was struggling under Paul Hackett. Pete Carroll came into a bad situation in USC and turned it around like almost immediately. And I think what he's done is he didn't do the Gruden thing. He didn't come in with the ego and say, hey, man, these aren't my guys, man. We got to get rid of these guys, man. Let me bring my guys in, man. Let me bring people who are going to dance to my tune. No, he went in there and said, hey, man, you're a good coach. I like you. We're going to keep you. You're a good player. I like you. We're going to keep you. Yeah. And we're going to fill in the gaps. And that's how you build the damn roster, bro.
Yep. Facts. Salute to Sky High. To all the Shador haters, that man did a lot with little to no run game, terrible O-line, all under a hyper-focused microscope. His ceiling is sky high. You know what's funny, Sky High? I like that too, pun right there, the sky high. Did you see the video I shared on Twitter? So we were on the sidelines with him and Cam Ward. They're very close. I love their relationship. I know they're both rooting for each other to be top three guys. But salute to my partner. He covers the Giants. We're going to have him on the show very soon. They came up to him and they said, okay, so you cover the Giants. And they both said, which quarterback would you prefer? And he was lost. He was sitting there like, and they were like, nah, real talk. Like, come on, bro. I got the video. I'll show you the video. And he said Cam Ward. And Shador took that shit. He was cool. He was like, that's my guy, man. You know what I mean? Woo, woo, woo. But like, the thing I'm saying is a lot of those Giants guys, I know some people think that Shador is just clearly going to the Giants. I know that he said something. Did you see on that when he was live on TV, he said something along the lines of, oh, you know what's cool? I'll be playing the Cowboys in this building very soon. You know, the Giants, Cowboys division, right? Look, Shador's building himself up to be a top 3 pick. It makes sense. You should be hyping yourself up.
But you know why he's doing that? Because there's a very good chance Shador could fall out of the top 3.
Definitely.
And if he does, he'll have a free fall in the draft because there's rumblings that, you know, a lot of these organizations are not high enough on him. They like him, but they're not high enough on him to draft him now. Like, you got to understand something. When you get it wrong at quarterback, you overdraft a quarterback, that is almost as bad as being in mediocrity hell. It's something that you can't paradigm shift off to. Now there are some quarterbacks like guys like Jackson Dart, where if you're splitting hairs over Jackson Dart and Shador Sanders and you had Jackson Dart rated as a 2nd-round pick, as an organization, it's almost organizational malpractice for you to draft a guy that you feel is that close to Jackson Dart at number 3. Right? That's the thing. So it's like we got to pump the brakes here. I don't think a lot of these organizations feel like this draft is the year that they're going to get their guy. That's part of the reason why you see people like in the coaching carousel that didn't put their name and didn't become available because of the fact that they didn't think this was the year to get the quarterback if they came out. The jobs that were available were not like suiting them. Like, look, the Saints job, that's
Mike
not
McCarthy. Mike McCarthy said, I'm going to sit this one out.
Yeah, yo, look, man, that was not a desirable job.
It's not even a short thing that Kellen Moore is going to go down there and take that job. We don't even know yet. I know all kinds of
he's kind of him and Horn too. So now, like, I think people are very non-committal with these quarterbacks. Yeah. They really are, man. Like, so this draft, I'm telling you right now, don't be surprised if Shador is there for the Raiders to take at 6.
Yeah,
because the Giants have notoriously not drafted quarterbacks like Shador Sanders.
And I think Cleveland takes Cam if he's available. I think Cleveland takes Cam Ward.
Yeah, I mean, Cleveland is in a situation where they need to draft the quarterback right now. I see the Cleveland Browns overdrafting Jackson Dart.
I got to say this, though, real quick. In person, Cam Ward does not look 6'2" at all. He looks closer to 6 foot, bro. Like, he looks shorter than Shador, and they're both supposed to be 6'2". When they were
I think you're gonna get the measuring tape out. I don't know exactly what happened with his measurables. Like, I know Dylan Gabriel, it is confirmed he is 5'10" and a half.
Yeah,
he is 5'10".
Yeah.
So all these people, I don't see him. He's 6 foot. All that there's a lot made. Oh, he's 6 foot. He throws the ball harder than Josh Allen. Yeah, get that F up out of here. He is 5 foot hardcore 10. You know what happens when you're 5'10", bro? You know what happens when you're 5'10"? You sell cars at a car dealership.
Facts.
You bag groceries. You don't play quarterback in the National Football League. Now, look, I don't mind the Raiders taking a fly on Dylan Gabriel like later.
Later.
The 3rd, 4th round, cool, right? On some like how the Saints did last year.
Spencer Rattler.
With Spencer Rattler.
In the 5th.
Bro, all of this bullshit, like saying that he should be drafted in the 1st round, get the F up out of here. But I can see the Browns like really buying into the Kool-Aid of this guy Jackson Dart. Now, see, people say that the Senior Bowl doesn't matter, right? But it all depends on the head coach, right? Like, how much sway does the head coach have in the building, right? If the head coach has the juice in the building, the Senior Bowl matters a lot because the scouts and the GMs are doing their homework all year. The coach is worried about coaching the team. So you kind of check out on the players, and then you get these guys, they get in the building, and they're asking people, what about this guy? What do you think about this guy?
Yeah.
What's going on? And those coaches are the ones who come in there, and you start seeing those humongous jumps and leaps and bounds up the draft board.
Yeah. Salute to Keith England for becoming a member as well. Appreciate you. Don't know what side, but we appreciate you, man, so much for becoming Green Dot Get Off My Lawn gang. My dog, salute to Dame. This is your guy right here, Kevin Winston Jr., safety out of Penn State. That's an interesting name. 6'2", 205. Had a forced fumble last year. Didn't have a big year, but you love those Penn State guys. But for one, if y'all don't know, wasted. That man loves Penn State defenders.
But bro, do I be wrong though?
With the Dame Dollar.
That's the old linebacker you.
All the time, bro. Wrong.
That's the old linebacker you. Matt Millen and all them guys, man.
Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building. I think we're finally Rudy, the vet Russo. Chip Kelly is an asshole. Well, guess what? You have something in common with him, Rudy. You both are
wow.
Salute to our brother, Rudy, the vet Russo. My dog, appreciate you, man. Salute to, we still got 3,000 people in the building coming up on 2 hours. Salute to you guys. Get some questions in, you guys, before we get out of here. I think we pretty much covered everything we needed to cover. But, what's your thoughts? You guys chat, man. Give it 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. What are your ranks for Chip Kelly being the offensive coordinator moving forward? I got a solid 8.5 with Chip Kelly. I like the move.
Bro, look, man. To be honest with you, as it pertains to the people who are out there and available, I give it a 10. To me, there wasn't a better move to make in this cycle of coaches and people that are available than Chip Kelly. There was not a better move. He's a guy who's been a head coach before. He's a guy who has coached and had success on different levels. He's a guy that's coming off of a situation where you have a national championship team that he has intimate knowledge of.
Yeah.
A team that's loaded and riddled with talent. So this might be one of those situations where the Raiders might take a guard or something like that from Ohio State that we weren't thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So man, let me tell you something, man. I think, and I don't mean to be super hopium guy, right? But look, man, it doesn't get much better than having a guy that was in the building, a guy that's coached against Michigan, right? So he's a guy who saw Mason Graham up, had to scout him and coach against Mason Graham, right? When you talk about Will Johnston, he's a guy who had to avoid Mason Johnson. I'm Will Johnson. I think some of his insights into the archetypes of these players that we're looking for is invaluable, man. I mean, and you get a guy like Jalen Reed, right? Where, a lot of people with safeties, it's really kind of hard to figure out where these guys are going to be taken. But Penn State and Ohio State, this is a guy that has that kind of insight to some of these guys. So I love it, man.
Salute, man. These are some of the players that we went over earlier, you guys. For those who have no idea what's going on, breaking news, Raiders went out and signed. Chip Kelly is our offensive coordinator. He's coming over from the national champion Ohio State Buckeyes. A ton of talent coming into this draft. This is NFLDraftBuzz.com. We use this a lot to do our mock drafts. Some guys to keep an eye on moving forward. Once again, for those who are just joining, Josh Simmons. This is a great class that needs some offensive line help wasted. I'm going to be real here. That'd be a great pickup. Jack Sawyer, Amika, I always butcher his name, Amika Abuka, I believe, wide receiver. I think that, he'll be gone early. I don't think we go wide receiver that early. I think he could be a first-round guy, and we'll probably miss out on his services. Tyleik Williams, defensive tackle. JT Talamalabla. I don't know. Butcher defensive end. Trayvon Henderson, running back, that we talked about a lot. They said, according to NFL Buzz, burst onto the scene as a true freshman at Ohio State, breaking Archie Griffin's single-game rushing record.
Damn, that's a guy that won a Heisman Trophy twice.
Yes. Denzel Burke, a guy that we've talked about a lot at the cornerback position. We all know that it, historically hasn't worked out for us with corners out of Ohio State, but Denzel Burke would be an interesting option there potentially in the mid-rounds. Quinshawn Judkins, 6 foot, 219, another guy that looked really, really good for the Buckeyes this past season. I know that they love that duo with him and Henderson. So another guy to keep an eye on moving into this draft. Donovan Jackson, another guy that we talked about a lot, guard. This is one of those guys that I'm keeping an eye. If he's there in the second round, wasted, and we haven't gotten a guard. Let's just say we went out and got our quarterback. I'm not against bringing in Donovan Jackson. I think he's a phenomenal.
Yeah, he's phenomenal, bro. Phenomenal.
Yeah, a guy that you could bring in. Lathon Ransom, safety. Sonny Styles, safety. They got Cody Simon, linebacker. Will Howard, the quarterback that we talked about a lot. transferred over from Kansas State. Looked phenomenal. Over 4,000 passing yards, and once again had over 30 touchdowns this last season. Jordan Hancock, safety. Seth McLaughlin, the center. Ty Hamilton, defensive tackle. And then some other guys that, just some other sneaky names that you could potentially look at in those later rounds.
Bro, you know who's a guy that's shooting up draft boards that I hope the Raiders keep their eye on out of UCLA. This is another guy that Chip Kelly might give us a little insight on. Is Oladejo Olafemi. They call him O2. He's a linebacker, bro, but I think he's going to
convert him to edge, right?
They're going to convert him to edge. That freaking guy was explosive.
And thank you to Rube. I think Rube sent me his name the other day, and I said I need to do my homework on him, and he sent me some tape. I think it was Rube. If you're still in the chat, Rube, appreciate
that kid is explosive.
Yeah,
explosive. So that's a guy that Chip Kelly could possibly give us a little insight on too, man.
Salute to Jorge. Thoughts on Jackson Woodard? I got a chance to watch him here at the Shrine Bowl. I like the kid. I think that he'll be, if anything, a late round pick, a potential UDFA out of UNLV. Ricky White is a guy I'm looking at in the mid rounds, and Ricky is a good dude. Oh, you guys, real quick, I'm going to put it out there. Ricky will be on the show soon as well. Good kid. He actually told me before the game, I put it out there on Twitter, that he wasn't going to be participating in the game, which is smart. You know what I mean? There's no reason to go out there and hurt yourself. I think he's already solidified himself, and he's looking towards the combine. He already told me, he said, man, I'm ready to go out there and get it rolling. But Ricky looked really good during the Shrine Bowl practices. That's a guy that you can definitely look at in that third round. As a guy that you could potentially add to your wide receiver room. Love him. Efton Chisholm, I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't did my homework on that kid out of EWU.
His name sound crazy though.
Oh no, I'm lying. I'm fucking lying. I watched him the entire time at the Shrine Bowl.
Efton Chisholm.
He's the wide receiver. He's the receiver, I thought, right? I think Efton Chisholm is the receiver.
Yeah.
I was laughing because I said he looked like my son. Yes, 5'11". He actually looked good out there during the Shrine Bowl practices. He looks like it's funny because I looked at him. I'm like, this kid look like Elijah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, it's crazy. But 5'11".
Funny, you old enough to have a guy that can play in the NFL that look like your son. That's crazy.
I got a daughter that's 4 years older than him, 5 years older than him. So, yeah, but Jorge, they all look good out there at Shrine Bowl practices. I like Chisholm as well, and he was a good kid. A lot of those people loved his teammates. Loved him. He kind of has that personality that people gravitate to. You know what I mean? So
yeah, Keon Coleman personality,
kind of like that. You know what I mean? But not as flamboyant, because Keon is just so funny. It just but just people just gravitated to him. But
he take the air out the room, man.
Yeah, 3 interesting names there though. Salute to Ty. What the F wasted? I'm 5'6" and used to dunk. That's why you tore your ACL, Ty. Trying to do tall man shit. You know what I mean? Leave us short people alone. You lords of the underground backup singing looking ass motherfucker.
Look, let me tell you something. You guys from South Jersey, there's always a lot of hate for us up north guys. But Ty, look, man, I don't have any problem with short people. Like, I have a lot of short. My mother's very, very short. My brother's short. I have a lot of very important people in my life that are short, brother. But what I will tell you is that I don't want them playing quarterback for my football team. That's it, bro. Get the F up out of here. Sorry.
Nasty work. Salute to South Jersey's finest. Another South Jersey representative in the
that's my guy, though. He got a picture of Louis Finesse with B.I. That's my guy.
What's up, fellas? Chip Kelly move a 6 for me. Shout out to Common and Pete Rock. They won a Grammy tonight. Oh,
that's dope, yo. Shout out. And we were just talking about Like Water for Chocolate, too.
I've been playing it all week.
We were just talking about that, yo.
That's a win for hip hop.
Yeah, it definitely is, man. But you know why? The people in the Grammy, shout out to my cousin, yo. Shout out to my cousin is the president of the Philadelphia Board of the Governors of NARAS, the Grammys. She's one of the people who votes on the Grammys. They are very knowledgeable when it comes to music. They don't take that job very lightly.
Yeah.
Shout out to my cousin Terry, man.
Salute to Jorge as well. I know that UCLA, from guys I go to church with, know him personally. He's very humble and a strong Christian man. Salute to my guy Jorge. Jorge, how's everything going in terms of finding a school to go to in the college process? Let me know, Jorge, what's going on with you. I know you sent us some tape and trying to check out some of your stuff. Let me know how the process is going, man. Salute to the most wasted. Don't like no short man.
Wow. wow, I just don't want anybody. Look, I like Dylan Gabriel, but not in the first round. I don't have any problem. Like if he's an anomaly and he could play at the level of Drew Brees or somebody at 5'10", and great. But guys, look through the history of the National Football League. Put in 5'10" quarterbacks in the last 30 years.
Hey, you know what's funny, Wasted? Your short guy syndrome now is my ginger.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like, Doug, look, you can go back to like guys like Sonny Jurgensen. And you can go back to like, Fran Tarkington. The league was different. You only had two guys in the league over 300 pounds.
The monks that stand tall, my short kings.
That's up out of here with that.
Well, Rick L says, if we move back, Walter Nolan, another guy that is rising up boards, bro, out of Ole Miss, could be an option. He's a beast, Rick. Facts, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. You got anything else to say? We just hit the 2-hour mark, man. You got anything else to say? We still got 2,700 people rocking with us.
Bro, I got nothing else to say. I've been drinking all this water because I'm working out like crazy. And, I'm on my second one, and I have to pee very, very bad.
Well, if Wasted doesn't pee, you guys, that will affect the rest of his sleep. He's at that age where, he may crash out. You got to make sure his bladder's intact and shit.
Damn, you calling me the Captain Prostate out here now, dog? Crazy, bro.
You know what I mean? On the way out, salute to Daniel Alfonso. Ben Jones in for another wasted break. That Kermit effing bums back rant. Hold on. Oh, Ben Jones in for another wasted break. That Kermit effing bums. Yo, hey, wasted is good for that one. And guess what? We got a few more shows before the Super Bowl. So stay tuned, Daniel Alfonso.
Please break his back like the jabroni he is. You're right.
There you go.
F up out of here with him.
Salute to CGR on the way out. Thanks for the GOAT Raider content, my dudes. Appreciate you, brother. Wasted got a pee so bad. His Wi-Fi is tripping.
Is it?
Yeah. No, you froze up. You froze. It's all good. No, you're good now. Get out of here, man. Go piss. Salute to the chat, man. Appreciate you guys so much. Love y'all so much. On the way out, wipe them feet. Make sure you pay them bar tabs. Hit that subscribe button on the way out. Also, salute to Ty, y'all. Nightmare of 5'5". Oh, my God, Ty. Don't put that into the universe. You dirty motherfucker, you. Salute to everybody. Love y'all. We are out. One.
That's what I'm talking about.